Yeah.
Mingus Marauder football along with Jackie Bessler. I'm Zach Calandra at home for Homecoming 2014 as the Marauders host the Mohave Thunderbirds in a big section matchup. The Marauders flying high after a big win against the Eagles last week up in Flagstaff. 63-13, the Marauders pick up their second win of the season and their first in section play.
Well, in fact, the Mohave Thunderbirds did the same, a 46-0 win, their second win of the season over a winless Chino Valley squad. And so both squads coming in on a little bit of a high and a winning streak, and we'll see which one escapes here. Mingus with a continued winning streak here tonight.
One of them coming in from 4 hours away, all the way from Bullhead City on the river, on the border there of Arizona and California. Well, actually, it might even be Nevada at that point. But nonetheless, 4 hours away, a long bus ride for these Thunderbirds to come in and play here tonight. And this is a program talking with their coach, Coach Holmes, a little while ago. He says he loves his quarterback. Great leader, senior, big kid, 6'1", almost 200 pounds. Great leader on the field. He said that they've gone through some problems here with a couple of kids, and they had a 2-week break, a 2-week bye for a break. And he had a bunch of kids that decided that if they were going to be off for 2 weeks, they didn't need to practice. all that time. So they decided they weren't going to come to practice. When they came back, they found out that it was time to turn in their pads. So he doesn't have the numbers that he had, but he likes the group that he has. He says these kids are devoted to playing football, and they're getting better. And as you said, they won last week pretty big over Chino Valley.
They certainly did. Their second win of the year. Also had a section win to go along with it. So Mohave doing well, coming around. Now, last year when these two squads met at Mohave in Bullhead City, Mingus blanked them 58-0. So I think they're probably looking for a little payback here.
Well, yeah, that's a big loss at home for the Thunderbirds last year. But this is a game where the Marauders at home tonight on homecoming. You can see the fans are starting to fill in to the stands here already. It's going to be a great night of football here. And if you remember, Jackie, last year the Mingus Marauders homecoming game did not go as to script as the Marauders had planned with the Flagstaff Eagles, who got their retribution last week at home. Of course, it wasn't their homecoming. We'll have to wait to them schedules for their homecoming. But the Eagles won here last year on the Marauders homecoming. They've got to make sure that they don't let that happen again here tonight. You can't lose your homecoming game.
Oh, absolutely not. 24-14 last year the score for homecoming. Mingus on the losing end of that, obviously looking to turn that around, but certainly paid back Flagstaff last week with a 63-13 trouncing of the Eagles.
On the bright side, Mohave comes in with the green and white uniform, so maybe Mingus will figure that this is just a continuation of last week's thrashing of the Flagstaff Eagles. And fans, it was a thrashing up in Flagstaff. I'm not sure how the Eagles program went from being really good one year to being really bad the next. Of course, Coach Young said they had a bunch of really good seniors last year. That might explain it. We'll talk about that game last week, 63-13 victory for the Mingus Marauders. And we'll be back here in a few minutes as we get a word from some of our great sponsors. This is the pregame report brought to you by Vinny's Pizza. And Jackie, it's about time to get your fingers dialing.
Absolutely, 646-3333. You can probably have your pizza before the game starts.
How about that?
Yeah.
Another one for halftime. Get some knots. All right, we'll be back to Mingus High School for Marauder football coming up after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway. The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 11 years in a row in Cottonwood and 7 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
Welcome to the Vinny's Pizza pregame report. Call Vinny's now at 646-3333 and have pasta, subs, or specialty pizza delivered right away. Don't forget the garlic knots and wings. Now let's head back live to the press box. Here's Zach Calandra.
Back at Mingus High School for homecoming 2014, the Mohave Thunderbirds in town. The Marauders looking to put a winning streak together after a big victory last week on the road in Flagstaff over the Flagstaff Eagles, 63-13. And Jackie, that game got ugly in a hurry, and it just stayed that way throughout. The Mingus Marauders just manhandled the Eagles up and down the field. And the one thing that Coach Young said that he wanted to see tonight was a touchdown from the special teams. It's the one thing they didn't get last week, although they did on the fake field goal. But a return touchdown from special teams is what he's looking for. That's the one thing they didn't do last week against Flagstaff, because everything else they wanted to do, they were able to accomplish.
Well, they could run the ball, they could throw the ball, and what was absolutely amazing, it was the first 4-touchdown performance for the Mingus Marauders this year in the air, and which was absolutely fantastic. Upham was 7 for 9, 4 touchdowns, 159 yards on the game, and then of course we had our famous hot dog race for the second half of the game, right?
Orlando Machado.
Machado wins the hot dog race. He got to 100 yards first and did it on just 8 carries. Upham was right behind him with 74 yards on 5 carries, and Helsel had 5 carries, 63 yards, and then of course the other hot dog that was racing was the Flagstaff offense, whether they were going to hit 100 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Total, yeah.
In total, they did. They ended up with 131 yards total, and most of that on one big, long 53-yard pass, and one completion made all the difference in the world. But Mingus put up 513 yards.
That was good to see.
It was.
That felt good to the team to actually have things rolling. 4 touchdown passes, big runs, putting up 513 yards of offense to build that confidence in this team after they've taken some lumps early on against very good teams in their early schedule.
Oh, certainly so. I mean, Paradise Valley currently number 12 in Division 2. Right. You've got Snowflake, lost to Snowflake. They are number 5 in Division 4. Cactus is number 12 in Division 3. So Mingus has had some steep, definitely some steep competition. On the other hand, Mohave comes in here tonight. They were only mustered just over 300 yards against Chino Valley.
Was that a reference to the hot dogs?
Yeah, there you go. I like that one, yes.
Next only you say they couldn't catch up.
Dun, dun, dun. Right. Where was I now? Oh, I know where I was.
Sorry.
A little better than 300 yards of offense, all they had, but they returned 3 fumbles for touchdowns against Chino Valley, so they were working definitely with a short field all night long.
Okay, and that also tells you that they're looking for the ball.
They are.
Most likely, unless Chino Valley just running and dropping it, which I doubt, but it sounds like Mohave is looking for the ball, and they're looking to tackle the ball. And maybe one of the emphasis that the coaching staff was talking to over there, because he said he's got a really good group right now, and they're building this program. They don't have the numbers that they wish they had, but that might be some of the things that they're working on with their defense is when we have a chance, hold a guy up and try to strip the ball out of there and see if we can get in there and get that ball.
Well, certainly so. Mingus had a returned in the game against Flagstaff. They had a 23-yard interception return or fumble return for a touchdown. Thagard picked up that one. And then we had the fake field goal attempt, which was one of our throwing touchdowns during the course of the game. So, yeah, it was a fun game last week.
Well, and as we mentioned during that game, after the fake field goal attempt goes for the touchdown, you've got your starting quarterback as your holder and your backup quarterback as your kicker. So when you want to run fake stuff on your point after or field goal or anything like that, you've got the right guys out there to get it done, especially considering that your backup quarterback, who is also your kicker and your safety, is the kind of guy that if he does have the ball in his hands, he can make things happen also, and it's not your number 1 guy out there.
Well, not only can he throw the ball, but I'm pretty sure he can catch it too. So
well, catch it, and he can throw it, and he can run with it, and he runs hard.
Yep.
And, of course, that's Trey Meyer that we're talking about, and Jordan Upham, the quarterback, is the holder. And, it's nice to have those type of skill guys out there when you do want to run something like a fake field goal. And, man, it worked perfect. They had 2 guys open in the corner of the end zone as they went to the rollout, and just a perfect pass in the end zone. And I think that really got the momentum going for Mingus in that game last Friday night. I think it really got Upham confidence rolling a little bit. He rolled out, he threw the ball, he caught it. It was a big touchdown, a fake play, and all right, here we go. Let's take it to these guys.
Well, not only that, the offensive line did a great job protecting him.
They were good last week.
They were excellent last week. He had all time in the world to throw the ball. The running plays were wide open. Didn't matter who they were, who they gave the ball to. Mingus was running up and down the field at will, which was absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, this particular game, we're going to have some changes. Wow. The Northern Arizona Rehabilitation and Fitness Injury Report is unfortunately full once again. again, want to start off, by the way, saying that Zach Simmons, his surgery on his shoulder, the first one, apparently very successful. Came out very well, so much so that they actually bumped forward the second shoulder, so that should be a wonderful
3
thing.
months to 2 months.
Oh, can't wait to get that young man back as well. And so that'll be fantastic. However, unfortunately, on the other side, Cordell McKeever popped that knee out again, and we will not have our starting center back. Jordan Vincent will replace him.
However, they hope to have him back next week. They're thinking that he might be able to be cleared by Wednesday of next week and be able to play next week. So that'd be great for Cordell. He's a senior.
Yes.
The kid's been through the program, man. He's a senior. He's been here all along, and this is a special night to him, and he would have loved to have been back this week. But if he can get back next week, that'd be great for him.
Without a doubt, that'll be fantastic. Orlando Machado will have no chance whatsoever at the hot dog race here tonight.
Wow.
And apparently will be nursing an ankle, and we hope to have him
how
back.
to get out when you're ahead.
That never happened for me, I'll tell you that. So our backfield will be a little different. We might see Thagard running the ball. Tiffany will be definitely running the ball. Pete Kelly might get a chance to run the ball as well here tonight, and I expect to see Levi Collins in there for some fullback position as well.
Yeah, Levi seems to be healthy. He's getting better as the weeks go by, so that's good news for the Marauders as well. And that's one of their better players, and if he can come in and provide some of that power running that the Marauders are looking for to go with some of these faster finesse, get outside kind of guys, it really opens up that other element to the game for the Marauders if they can get the big, powerful guy to come through. Hey, we got some young men stopping by here, JB, dropping off some Marauder burgers. What are these guys' names? What is it? Wesley? Miles? I didn't hear his name. Riley. And Riley come out with the Marauder Burgers, JB. We'd like to thank them for that. The Marauder Burgers, of course, brought to us by the Marauder Club, the Red Dot Club, I believe. And we'd like to thank them also for being out here. And fans, when you come out, make sure you get out there and hit up the Marauder Burgers. It's a great night here at Mingus High School. And Lewis is down there getting them cooked up. You can smell them cooking. You got the young guys out here delivering them to us up here in the stands. A great night here on Homecoming 2014.
Well, big thank you to everybody who came out and supported the Harvest to Feed the Hungry on last Wednesday, October 8th, in front of Fry's. It went fantastic. All the donations here in the Cottonwood area going to the Old Town Mission.
All right, fans, let's take a quick break right here, and we'll be back to Mingus High School for more of the pregame show after this.
Mingus football and Vinny's Pizza go together like cheese and pepperoni. Order from the sub or pasta menu, or take home a specialty hand-tossed Vinny's Pizza. Give in to the temptation of Vinny's famous garlic knots and wings. Dine in or delivery for Vinny's New York Chef Pizza. Easy to find in the Clemenceau building near 6th Street and the 89A bypass in Cottonwood.
It's the dawn of a new era in healthcare here in the Verde Valley. Spectrum Healthcare introduces whole person care for the mind, for the body, for all of you. With the opening of our new integrated care facility at 651 West Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, Spectrum Healthcare now offers primary care, behavioral health, and pharmacy, all in one location. For primary medical care, for help with mental health and substance use disorders, for whole person health care, call Spectrum Healthcare, 634-2236.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Your local Cottonwood Taco Bell has what you're craving for just $1. Shredded chicken mini quesadillas, spicy potato soft taco, spicy tostada, just a part of the new $1 cravings menu at your Cottonwood Taco Bell. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell on Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
Back at Mingus High School, homecoming 2014, and the Marauder band out on the field getting ready for tonight's big game against the Mohave Thunderbirds. And we've got some stuff to talk about these two teams, JB. We played them last year at Mohave, and we're going to play them again here tonight. But coming into the season right now, the Mingus Marauders offensively have been able to put up, 58 points in 6 games, 5 games now?
Right. Oh, yeah. Mingus has done well. 63 points last game against Flagstaff. Last year's score was 58-0. Both squads have 2 wins coming in here tonight. Mingus is 25th, ranked 25th, and the Thunderbirds 36th in Division 3. Let's look at some offensive stats for the Mingus Marauders this year. Passing the ball, 28 of 48, 441 yards, 6 touchdowns, and limited ourselves to just 2 interceptions. Mingus, 1,300 yards rushing the ball with a little better than a 5-yard per carry average, and 12 touchdowns on the ground for the Mingus Marauders. Defensively for the Marauders, 11 sacks, led by Pete Kelly out there, who has got 4 sacks by himself. They've got 2 interceptions and 7 fumble recoveries. Mingus has a turnover ratio of a +2 defensively for the Marauders here this year. Upham individually has all the stats for the Mingus Marauders in the air: 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 28 of 46. Not a bad ratio there. Tiffany, 6 receptions, 166 yards, his favorite receiver so far as yardage, and 2 touchdowns. Galloway has had 2 touchdowns last week. On the ground, we will be missing Machado here tonight. 60 carries, leading the Marauders with 479 yards and 3 touchdowns. How about that as an average? 8 yards per carry.
Just give him the ball.
Average. Yeah, I know, just give him the ball.
He'll get tired eventually.
Well, Levi Collins is going to be saying that tonight. Just give me the ball. Just give me the ball.
Of course, when he gets tired, we can give him the hot dog he won last week.
Right, exactly. That's true. We still have to get Machado his hot dog.
Machado's hot dog.
Yeah, there we go. Offensively, the Thunderbirds, the visiting Thunderbirds here tonight. Stevenson, the quarterback, 49 of 107, 510 yards, but the interceptions is high. 7 interceptions, only 3 touchdowns, and his favorite receiver is Urquiza, and he's got 7 receptions, 167 yards, no touchdowns though. Hasn't been able to find the end zone in the air. On the ground he has, with 3 touchdowns and 408 yards, and Isaacson has 257 yards on 48 carries for the visiting squad from Mohave.
Yeah, pretty similar stats for these two teams, Jackie. About twice as many rushing yards as passing yards, and real similar. I think they had, Mohave had 1,400 plus yards, and the Marauders had almost 1,400 yards of offense. So this is really a game of 2 teams that have 2 wins. Marauders 2-5. 2-4, and Mohave 2-5, and it was real similar stats. So this could be a real good matchup between 2 evenly matched teams.
Well, certainly so, and it looks like Mojave's got a little bit of size for the line, so that'll be interesting. And Mingus, their line did absolutely fantastic here last week. Vincent took over the snapping duties, did very well, moved things around a little bit, moved guards to tackles, so the offensive line will be switched a little bit here today, but
went spread last week.
Yeah, I like that. And the spread offense obviously made the defense spread out to us, and Mingus was able to throw the ball, 4 aerial touchdowns.
You got to love that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I always root for the wrong stuff.
That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, that's what I wrote. He asked me, for your birthday, I'll take 4 touchdowns by Upham today.
You got it.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Right.
I have to remember to pick better stuff.
No, that was pretty good as far as
that's good stuff if you're a Marauder fan. All right, fans, so they will have homecoming tonight. So we've got kings and queens and the royal court and all that great stuff that's going to happen here tonight. The band has already been out there rocking it for the fans. The stands are starting to fill in on our side, at least. Over on the other side of the stadium, not too many people made the long trip from Bullhead City. Next week, however, we will be on the road to Kingman, and that's our trip out towards the river for this year. And Kingman, another squad that is a very winnable game for these Marauders. I know you got to look at it one game at a time, and they got to beat Mohave here tonight, especially on homecoming. But they got to start feeling like, hey, we're starting to win some games here, and it could come down to that last game of the season with Prescott. And we remember how that went last year.
Oh, I know. That was a good one. Nobody expected Mingus to be in that one, but they certainly were. And Mingus put the Badgers out of the playoff contention right now.
Isn't that awesome?
Speaking of which, talking about playoffs, Mingus isn't out of it. They are 25th. The top 16 goes, and so that is still attainable.
And this is a huge conference or section. I mean, or not section. I guess the division that we're in. I mean, there's like 60 teams or something in this division. It's not easy to be in the top 16.
It isn't. Well, Prescott at 5-1 is actually sitting 16th. Bradshaw at 4-2 is sitting 17th.
All right, out of it.
Out of it. Well, yeah, just barely looking just outside. However, Williamsfield is only listed in the PowerPoints at 2-0. However, they're actually 2-4. No. So I don't think they're actually in the top 16.
Williamsfield is 2-4 this year.
Yeah, how about that?
Times are changing.
No kidding.
Well, let's go to Queen Creek.
What's that?
Where are they all going? To Queen Creek?
No kidding. Queen Creek is number 2 in the PowerPoints right now. No kidding. All right, so the Mingus Marauders here tonight still have Kingman next week, Coconino, who has struggled, and then we finish up with number 16, Prescott.
Yeah, and that could be the game again. I mean, it really could. And it could be not even so much as if we beat them, knock them out of the playoffs, but it could be turnarounds, fair play. I mean, Mingus could be holding on to a playoff possibility with a big win on that one, and it'll be over there, over in Prescott, so that's going to be a big game.
No doubt. Hey.
All right, fans, we're going to take our last break here of our pregame. We'll be back with a kickoff coming up from Mingus High School after this.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
It's time for the year's best deals on the industry's best-selling machines during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Rebates up to $1,000 and financing as low as 2.99% on machines built to tackle your off-road passions. Hurry to your Polaris dealer today. Deals this good won't last long. Huge rebates and incredible financing going on now during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
This has been the Vinny's New York Chef Pizza pregame report. Order for pickup or delivery tonight. Call 646-3333. We'll return for kickoff right after this.
Mingus football and Vinny's Pizza go together like cheese and pepperoni. Order from the sub or pasta menu, or take home a specialty hand-tossed Vinny's Pizza. Give in to the temptation of Vinny's famous garlic knots and wings. Dine in or delivery for Vinny's New York Chef Pizza. Easy to find in the Clemenceau building near 6th Street and the 89A bypass in Cottonwood.
Back at Mingus High School, and a Lady Marauder with a fine rendition of the national anthem, RJB. As we get ready to start this football game, the Marauders have 3 captains out on the field here tonight. Talking things over with the official out there, and talking things over with the Mohave team as well. Fans, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors, our major sponsors here for Mingus Marauder football. Of course, Vinny's Pizza has been our pregame sponsor. Halftime will be brought to you by Digitel. Actually, halftime is brought to you by the Cottonwood Park and Recreation Center. So we'd like to thank them for doing that. And they'll be here at halftime, so we can talk to them about what's going on around town here over the next month or two. Our post-game sponsors brought to you by Digitel, and all throughout the game you'll hear from Digitel, Suzy Q Market, Taylor Waste, Reese's Tire, Spectrum Healthcare, Larry Green Chevrolet, just right here in our backyard, JB. We can see it from right here. Taco Bell. Well, we know what we do when it's Taco Bell time. Home Furnishings, Direct Pond Palace, Cottonwoods Park and Recreation Center, John Graves Propane, Rice Accounting, Jackson Hewitt. You can go see Lewis right now flipping Marauder burgers. Cottonwood Motorsports, Gettle High Desert Mechanical, Graham's Integrity Auto, and Verde Valley Outdoor Power. And we'd like to thank them for sponsoring Mingus Marauder football week after week and year after year. For a lot of those guys, Jackie, it has been year after year being here for the Mingus Marauders. Also, fans, want to let you know, during fall break, Monday through Friday, wrestlers, it's time to hit the mat, grapplers. Kindergarten through 12th grade, October 13th through 17th from 2:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon. No fee. It's completely free. Camp Director Clint McKean will be hosting a Mingus Mountain Wrestling Club preseason camp. So come on out and check it out. Bring your grapplers to the mat and see what they got out here. Coach McKean can be reached at 225-1340. The Mingus Marauders, not Mingus Marauders, the Mingus Mountain Wrestling Club. Free preseason camp. Coach McKean, 225-1340. All right, the Mingus Marauders are going to kick off to start this football game as the Mohave Thunderbirds are back deep to receive. Their return guys are number 23, Dominic Isaacson, and also it's number 1, Doug McKee. And the ball comes down to Isaacson. Isaacson takes the left-hand side of the field. Caught there by the Marauders before he gets to the 20. He's able to break free momentarily and dive across the 20 to around the 22-yard line, and that is where the Thunderbirds from Mohave and Bullhead City will start their drive.
Number 23. Well, Mingus gets an opportunity to pin him deep here, and special teams will be something that the coaching staff mentioned they were going to focus on.
Yeah, they wanted to score with their special teams here today. So hopefully they'll be able to do that next time they get the ball, and hopefully it's in a punt here in about 3 plays. Quarterback, Harry Stevenson, good-looking senior, 6'1", 185-pound, good athlete. Looks to hand the ball off on the first play, trying to go trap left-hand side. And the Marauder defense is right there, not giving up anything. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Trying to see who the ball carrier was that time. I believe it was 37 that got the carry. Jason Urquiza. And he got right back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit, but not quite a yard. One back on the left-hand side of the quarterback. They're going to bring the ball to the left side of the Marauder defense this time, and nothing doing there. The Mingus defense all over that play, and a big hit in the backfield. Marauder number 78 getting in there and making the play, and that is a loss for about 3, maybe 4 yards. Josh Scalf, one of the bigger sophomores on the field there, and he made a big play in the backfield. Now the Thunderbirds on 3rd and 13.
Well, that big old red jersey literally swallowed the ball carrier. We lost sight of him.
Yeah, and made a sure tackle. Threw him to the ground. Man in motion going from the right to the left, and now a handoff on the inside trying to catch the Marauders sleeping in the middle, and nobody's sleeping there. There's the 3 and out. Let's see what they can do with the return. Pete Kelly in on the play for the Marauders. Had a little help from a couple of his buddies, and that's what you like to see. You like to see multiple helmets headed to the ball, and that's what the Marauders have done so far here tonight.
Brings up 4th down. Well, they'll net gain about a yard out of that drive, and Mingus will get the ball back here quickly.
Herb Tiffany back to receive the punt for the Mingus Marauders, standing at his own 44-yard line. Here's a snap, a rollout, and the pooch punt. Kick towards the sideline. It will bounce at midfield and take a Marauder bounce to the Thunderbird 49-yard line. So 1st down and 10. Mingus working from the Thunderbird 49. Great field position to start the game. No chance to return that one for any yardage. So the Marauders will be happy to have 49 yards to the end zone.
Well, Mingus had 117 yards of penalties, almost more yards and penalties, almost as many yards and penalties as they gave up defensively last week against Flagstaff. Let's see if they can do something about that.
Jordan Upham, the Marauder quarterback, set under center. Man goes in motion from left to right, and now we'll come back, and we've got a flag on the far end of the field. I think we're going to have a motion penalty against the Mingus Marauders, and the referees are going to talk things over here, and it looks like they're talking to Upham. And I don't think, we are going to have offsides on the defense. They, however, have said something to Upham, and it looks like they're going to make him change his sleeve maybe, or at least change his play card from one wrist to the other. It looks like what they made him do. I don't know, what was that, a towel or something they made him take off?
That could have been. He still gets to use, he's not in the pink socks. He should be in the pink socks tonight.
Yeah, 1st and 5. Marauders from the 44 of the Thunderbirds. And the snap is going to be a handoff going up the middle, and a couple of yards, about 3 on the carry for the Marauders, and we'll have to look and see who gets up off the bottom of the pile. And who's it?
Yep,
Collins. Levi Collins with the first carry. And the Thunderbird showing us the same thing that we saw from the Marauders. A bunch of helmets headed to the ball. He had to wait for him to get up from under about 4 white jerseys that time. 2nd down and 2 now for the Marauders at the 41-yard line of the Mohave Thunderbirds. Just underway, 9:50 left, opening quarter, first drive of the game for Mingus. And looking to go up top. Upham, throw it deep down the middle. Got a man at the 5, and it's over his head. And incomplete. Anthony Lopez, the intended receiver that time by the Marauders. And, Jordan Upham didn't have any problems setting it up and chucking it down the field all the way to the 5-yard line. It's about a 45-yard pass in the air that time. And just a little bit over the head of Lopez. Otherwise, it was pay dirt.
Lopez, a senior and one of our captains out here for homecoming 2014, gets a chance at glory running the seam, just a little overthrown.
3rd and 2 from between the hash marks. Clark goes in motion from left to right, and the handoff's going right up the middle for the Marauders, going left-hand side of the center, and a first down to about the 37-yard line as Collins provides the muscle in the middle for the Marauders. And here comes Orlando Machado into the ball game for the Mingus Marauders.
Well, weren't sure we were going to see him at all.
He said, try keeping me out. I'm a senior. I'm going out to play. Machado, multiple 100-yard games this season.
3 of them.
In at fullback now for the Marauders on 1st down and 10. Roll right, looking to throw down the field, wide open guy to the 20. And down the sideline, makes a move at the 15, streaking to the end zone, dives to the pylon, touchdown Mingus! Looked like it was Trevor Galloway with a pirouette. Looked like Pereshnikov down there on the sideline. JB taking it to the end zone. The dive from about 3 yards out lands on the pylon. That's in the end zone. And the Marauders lead 6-0 here early. 9:10 left to go, opening quarter of play.
Well, Galloway provides our first ESPN highlight, does it not?
Nice. And here comes Trey Meyer, the sophomore, into the attempt the point after touchdown. Snap good, hold good, kick is up, and it's good. The Marauders lead 7-0. What a big play by Trevor Galloway. You mentioned it to Coach Young before the game, JB. He could be your big play man, and he showed us right there that he can absolutely be that big play man for the Mingus Marauders.
Well, not only that, but Myers continues perfection on the season.
That sophomore.
I know, we're keeping track here.
He's not worried about it. Yeah, he put it down on the ground, I'll kick it through the upright. That's what we do. Now, you remember, there's a young man that kicked a 53-yard field goal as an 8th grader at Cottonwood Middle School, so extra point, that's nothing. Yeah, that's a close one.
I was out there and got a 35-yard field goal the other day at practice.
Jackie.
Yeah.
35-yarder, huh?
Yeah, not bad.
Those old soccer skills coming into play.
Well, something old.
Something old was playing. And the kickoff is taken at midfield this time, bringing it up to the right-hand side in front of the Marauder sideline and across the 25, and still on his feet, breaking free to the sideline and then run out of bounds after a gain out to the 36-yard line. Good return that time by the little guy, old number 23, Dominic Isaacson, 5'9", 150-pound player, kind of shifty with his moves, Jackie. 9 minutes left, opening quarter. It's 7-0, Mingus.
Well, shifty player. He also has the most amount of rushing yards for the Thunderbird squad.
Little guy.
Yeah, but you know what? Low center of gravity keeps those legs moving. Ran through a couple of Mingus Marauder tackles there.
And fast, obviously. That's why he's a return guy. 1st down and 10. Thunderbirds have the ball out at their own 36-yard line. Feeling pretty good about themselves. Let's see if they change their formation. They've got Looks like tight end on both sides, and one back in the backfield. Flea flicker, and the quarterback drops it. A fumble, ball's loose, and he's going to be able to jump on it back at the 25-yard line. That is a loss of 11 on the play. He handed off to the running back. He ran to the line of scrimmage and turned around and pitched it back to the quarterback on the flea flicker, but he pitched it right past him over his head for an 11-yard loss, and now it's second down and 21.
I would go with the quarterback actually having faulted that one. It was within reach, but Alec Pfeiffer was coming quick.
Here's a snap from the gun and almost picked off by Galloway. They tried to let him come through on a jailbreak and went for the screen pass left-hand side. Galloway was able to get there and tip it away, and so far this drive's not looking too good for the Thunderbirds.
Or looking really good for the Mingus Marauders. That was well played. That was a fantastic defensive play against a screen. Couple of people rushed, but mostly on the right-hand side, everybody stayed home.
Third down and 21 now. A long play coming up for the Thunderbirds. The Marauders stacking up the line of scrimmage. Remember last time Thunderbirds had long, they ran a trap. Marauders coming with the blitz. Here it comes. Quarterback throws over the middle. It's in and out of the hands of the receiver, and he made another diving attempt at it at the 35, and he comes up short. It would have been well shy of a first down, and clock stops. 8:20 left opening quarter. The Marauders defense looking pretty good, getting the ball back for the offense, already leading 7-0.
Dom LaCroix, the intended receiver out there for the Thunderbird squad, and just unable to bring it down. It was thrown well.
Fourth down at 21. Tiffany stands at his own 43-yard line awaiting the kick. Here's the snap, roll out right, and the punt is up, and it's towards the middle of the field. Is Tiffany going to field it? No, he's just going to get away. This time it takes a Thunderbird bounce and will roll down to the Marauder 31-yard line. First down and 10. Mingus offense coming back out on the field. We'll be back with Marauder O after this.
At Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, rather than do lots of things, we focus on doing one thing right. We serve climate-challenged people. Gettle's starts with a free system evaluation to identify the best AC and heating equipment for your home or business. Professional installation, warranties, and service after the sale. If you're climate-challenged, then we're the right choice. Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, the name to trust.
Back at Mingus High School while we were away, we had a not false start, we had an offsides on the defense, and the Marauders moved the ball 5 yards downfield, where it's first down and 5 now at their own 36. Brings up another first and 5. Hey fans, we'd like to thank Gettle High Desert Mechanics for joining us here on Mingus Marauder Football. The Gettle family.
Yep,
nice.
First year.
Here we go, handoff up the middle on first down, and again, it's kind of like the last drive, Jackie. The Marauders had it first and 10, then a defensive penalty made it first and 5, and then a 3-yard run made it second and 2, which is what it is now at near the 40-yard line.
Well, Machado gets a carry out there for the Mingus Marauders. He'll pick up 4, his first yards of the game.
Woo, cut his average in half.
Yeah.
He won't be happy about that.
No, he won't.
Second down and 1 from just about the 40-yard line. They need to get to the 41, waiting the snap, and Upham is going to hand it off, and they're going left-hand side of the line, and it's going to be real close to a first down depending on the spot here. And the spot is, I'm going to have the referee take a look and see what he thinks. He says, bring out the sticks. We haven't seen this. Oh, no, he doesn't. He says, first down, Mingus. We don't need no stinking sticks. Why do they even have those over there?
They give something the camera to aim at, you know?
Yeah, all right, there you go. I knew there was a reason.
Isn't that why they have the targets on the top of them?
Yeah. So that when you're rolling out and about ready to get crushed, you can throw it at that.
As long as you're outside the tackles.
Get out that pocket.
Yep.
First down and 10 from the near hash mark, left hash mark for the Marauder offense. Upham fakes the pass, fakes the handoff now, looks to pass. Now he's going to tuck and run to midfield. Upham with room to run to the 40, to the 35. Upham still on his feet and knocked out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Big run that time by Jordan Upham. Went from the Marauder 41 all the way down to, looks like they're going to mark him at about the 33-yard line of the Thunderbird. So big run that time by Jordan Upham, and the Marauders setting up shop, looking to score again early here on Mohave.
Scramble by the quarterback.
Well, he actually stepped back and they went into kind of a zone coverage, had his man deep covered, tucked it, came around that corner, had one block.
One guy to beat, yeah.
Yep, and then displayed the speed in the open field.
Man in motion, it is Thagard. Now they look to hand off going right from the side that Thagard came in motion from, and the defense is there to make a play on that one. And the Marauder Marauder offense will be faced with 2nd down and 10 after the big play by Upham. Mingus tried to see if they could catch him sleeping and hit him in the middle that time, but the Thunderbird defense is ready. 2nd down and 10, man in motion again. It's Thagard coming from the right side, and he gets right behind the fullback who, is it Machado or is that Collins in there? It looks like it's Machado. And then he stops and goes back to the right back to his position. Now he comes in motion again from the right. And the handoff going left-hand side up the middle, and it's Machado. A gain of about 5 or 6 inside the 30-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him at about the 28. And that's going to be about 6. Brings up 3rd down and 4 here. A long 4 for the Marauders.
Well, one of these times Upham isn't going to give up that ball because they are crashing down on that middle runner. Whether it was Collins or Machado, they're crashing down. One of these times Upham's going to have a wide open gap.
3rd down and a long 4 here for the Marauders from out between the hash marks. Upham set under center, one back behind him, and fake the handoff. Now he's going to run the option. Pitch coming left-hand side to Tiffany. To the left, oh no, it's Thagard to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown! Taylor Thagard takes the ball from the right side on the option pitch, runs it all the way down the left sideline into the end zone. A long touchdown run by the Marauders. 5:21 left to go, opening quarter. 13-0 with a point after touchdown to come.
29 yards on the carry out there, and did you see how much time Upham actually had the ball? He just stood there with the ball before the pitch.
Yeah, just waiting for Thagard to get there. We got all kinds of room to run, buddy. I'll let you take this one to the house. And the extra point attempt, and staying perfect, Mr. Meyer. 5:21 left opening quarter, 14-0 Mingus. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Back in Mingus, the kickoff return is a fake reverse and then returned to the Marauder 25-yard line by Dominic Isaacson. And he ran to the middle and he faked that reverse, Jackie, and then he took off to the right-hand side. And it looked like the Marauders had to respect the reverse, and they didn't have so many guys on this side of the field. They had to stay in their lanes.
Well, Alec Pfeiffer actually stayed in his lane, was getting blocked, still caught just a piece of the return man, enough to bring him down, trip him up.
Now, the last 2 weeks, the Marauder defense has been outstanding, considering they haven't given up hardly anything. This team's gone backwards so far today. And here's a handoff in the backfield, and they may as well just hand it to that defensive end because he was on top of the ball carrier before he even got the ball. Big play in the backfield, and we've got a timeout. Coach Holmes has seen enough of his offense here already. On a timeout coming out to talk it over. That was a loss of 3 on the play. When we come back, it'll be 2nd down and 13 for the Thunderbirds.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Back at Mingus High School, 2nd down and 13 for the Thunderbirds as they come back out of their timeout. Their offense has been stagnant, to say the least, JB. They've gone backwards more than forward so far tonight with the ball. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand off, going to the left-hand side, breaking a tackle. That's about the best play from scrimmage. A gain of about 4 or 5. Back across the original line of scrimmage out to about the 29-yard line, where it will now be 3rd down and we'll say 7 for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, they'll actually give him 6 on a carry, and you are right. That is by far their best offensive play from the line of scrimmage. Still have 8 plays run, and Mingus has him at -7 yards.
Quarterback in a shotgun, running back to his right. Twins on the right, and they hand off to the running back, and he's caught in the backfield and down at, well, he falls forward about the line of scrimmage. Brings up 4th down and 7 for the Thunderbirds, and they're going to look to punt it away once again for Mingus. And eventually, the Marauders' Herb Tiffany's going to get a chance to return one of these, JB. They're getting a little closer to him on each attempt.
Want to remind all our Mingus fans out there how over-dominated in sophomores our defense is this year.
They're growing up.
They are.
Awaiting the punt from the punter, number 48, Joe Cox. There's the punt, and Tiffany's going to get away from it again. Now everybody better get away from it as the Thunderbirds are there to down it at the Marauder 35. 1st down and 10, Mingus bringing the offense back out on the field, starting from their own 35-yard line this time. The Marauders have had the ball twice. They've got 2 touchdowns to show for it.
Well, they've run the ball very well, converted on 2 third downs so far in 2 different drives, and have just been unstoppable. And, they're hurt offense, don't they?
Yeah, Mingus doesn't waste any time. Now, they may waste some time here after they make their defense get set. Then everybody stands up to look over the sideline and get the play. Defense can't move around too much. They don't know what's going on. I'll tell you what, Mingus scored 63 points last week. They got 14 already in the first quarter, and then chances are they're going to score again before the end of this quarter. Looking to run the option, going to the right-hand side. It's off to Clark. Clark trying to get to the right corner, and he's got it. To the 45 to the 50. Clark knocked out of it. Oh, here comes the flag. Clark knocked out of bounds across midfield at about the, well, it depends. The guy on this side of the field is marking at the Marauder 49. It looked like he was out of bounds around the 49-yard line of the Thunderbirds, but a flag on the play. Came flying in way afterwards. It looks like it's going to be a block in the back on Mingus, which will be marked off from the spot of the flag, which is right at midfield. So that'll back him up 10. It'll be 1st down and 5 again for Mingus. They're getting used to that.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, Clark picks up 15 on the carry. Clark's got 31 carries, 136 yards coming into the game, averaging 4.4. And boy, Mingus is sure sealing that defensive end. I don't know if that defensive end for the Thunderbirds is crashing really hard.
Both sides.
Yeah, both sides. I mean, the outside stuff, the pitches are just wide open.
Well, they move it back to the 39-yard line, where it will officially be 1st down and 6 now for the Marauders. And yes, the sides have been open, and the Marauders have shown that they've got more speed so far here tonight. Man in motion coming from the right to left, and the pitch in the backfield's over his head and loose down around the 23-yard line. Well, we've seen both teams shoot themselves in the foot with that play, JB. Well, that wasn't a flea flicker. We're still a pitch into the backfield and a loss of, well, about 13 yards. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down and, or is it 3rd? Yeah, no, 2nd down, because that's a replay of 1st. So it's going to be 3rd down and, man, about 23 or so.
I wonder if that pitch was intended for Trey Meyer. And if so, he's the one that covered the pitch rolling around there in the backfield. I wonder if they had something up their sleeve with that.
Huh. Yeah, it could be. Halfback option. And the Marauders are going to look to run here. I think Upham wanted to hand the ball off, and he couldn't get it handed off, so he just tucked his head and ran. Got about 5 yards out to the 27, 28-yard line, depending on the spot there. And now it's 3rd down and long. 3rd down and about 17 for the Marauders. And they're not really in the position where you hold on to the ball if you don't pick it up here. They'd be forced to punt away, I would think.
Well, they bring Galloway to the near side. Look at that size advantage he's got over that corner.
Oh, yeah. Just throw it up to him. No safety help on that side either. Rolling out, looking for Galloway. Instead, it's a screen pass to the left-hand side to Clark. Clark cuts it to the middle and then back outside. And he's going to be close, but, well, it looks like he stepped out of bounds around the 40. So he's going to be shy by 5 yards. And now it's 4th down and 5 for the Marauders with a 14-point lead. 2:09 left to go opening quarter. It's 4th and 5 from their own 40-yard line. And Mingus just might go for this.
Well, that's close enough to certainly make it a possible decision here, huh?
It's not like they've gone backwards with their offense. The only play was on the pitch over the head of the running back that time. Although Upham is standing back in what is most likely punt formation. Clark goes in motion, awaiting the snap, and it's rolled to Upham, and he picks it up and punts it away. And it bounces, takes a good Marauder bounce. It's going to roll all the way down inside the 20-yard line. What a nice bounce inside the 15, where it will finally stop around the 13-yard line. That was a punt of about 20 and a roll of about 30. And the Thunderbirds will take the ball at their own 13-yard line. Great special teams again by the Marauders.
Covered down there by Clark. It's almost like he knew exactly where the punt was going. Did you see Clark out there waving his hands like you're trying to direct the bowling ball?
Like a curling guy or something out there with those little brooms, rubbing the ice in front of it. That's what the other guy does, right? All right, so 1st and 10 now for the Thunderbirds. Trailing 14-0. They did stop the Marauders that time for the first time tonight. Marauders 2 touchdowns on 3 possessions. 1:55 left to go, opening quarter. It's 14-0 Mingus here at home on homecoming. Thunderbirds with the ball at their own 13-yard line. Here's a snap. They're going to look to run left-hand side, and there's just nowhere to run over there against the Marauders tonight. That's Jason Urquiza again, and Urquiza gets maybe a yard. I mean, maybe. They're not even to the 15-yard line, and they started at about the 14, so I don't think he got anything, JB. Has a gain of 0.
Well, he just put his head down and tried to go off tackle, but
hard to run with your head down.
Well, yeah, it's certainly hard to
for our cheer squad.
Pick a direction that way, no doubt. But Mingus has been stiff, and it's not like they're stacking the box either.
Harry Stevenson, the quarterback, sitting in the shotgun formation. He's got it back to his right, and he's going to hand off to that guy. No, he's going to keep it himself, and he's hitting the backfield. And he's down at about the line of scrimmage again. That's going to be another play for no gain. I think maybe a couple plays for no gains better than a couple plays for minus yards, and now we're feeling better about ourselves or something? I don't know. We're inside a minute here in the opening quarter.
Didn't matter. Mingus was bringing the blitz to the side of the play. It didn't matter. They tackled the potential ball carrier, the blocker.
Anybody, yeah. Yep. The blocker, the guy on the sideline with the water bottle, he's going down. They did give him a yard. 3rd down and 9. Stevenson from the gun. Twins right, twins left. Pass going over the middle. It's tipped in the air and incomplete. Well, he has had a couple of drop passes as well. He's had some receivers get their hands on stuff and not be able to pull it in. That one would have gone for a 1st down, but dropped by his intended receiver. And now, with 29 seconds left to go in the opening quarter, the Marauders have forced another Thunderbird punt. This one coming from their own 15-yard line. The punter will be standing near his own goal line when he receives the snap.
Well, Fisk, the intended receiver, has got 2 receptions, 13 yards on the season. Can't bring that one down. Is it Stevenson throwing the ball too hard? Is that what it is?
Well, I don't know. Does the quarterback throw the ball too hard? Tell that to Brett Favre. Here's the punt. This one's going to be returnable by Tiffany, and he tips it and then drops it. Now picks it up, and he's going to be hit and dropped. Oh, now here comes a late flag.
Number 48 again, Joe Cox with a nice punt, picked up by number 9.
Same guy keeps throwing him in late after the play.
Gains a few yards.
It's like he watches until after the whistle. He calls stuff after the whistle.
That's Mr. Tardy Yellow.
He says, all right, you only play to the whistle. It's holding on Mingus on the return. So that'll back them up on their own side of the field. They've got the ball right now at the 46-yard line of the Thunderbirds, and the penalty will push them back on their own side of the field. We'll have to see exactly where they mark it off from. 14-0 is our score. The Marauders leading the Mohave Thunderbirds here with 15 seconds left to go in the opening quarter of play. Marauders with the ball for the 4th time. They've scored 2 touchdowns, and they will be at their own 44.
Well, Upham has 1 throwing touchdown already. He's 3 for 4, 54 yards in the air. Had an awesome quarterback rating for last game.
A little breeze blowing through here, JV. Man in motion for the Marauders. Upham. Oh, somebody smacked through the line, smacked Upham as he tried to take a step back from the line. And let's see, now they got to give him progress. Can't be way back where he got tackled. They're going to give him forward progress at the 40-yard line, which is going to be a loss of 4, and that's also the end of the opening quarter. So at the end of the first 12 minutes of play, the Marauders have put up 14 points. Feeling pretty good about themselves. 14-0 Mingus leading Mohave here on Homecoming 2014. We'll be back to Mingus High School after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Mingus football and Vinny's Pizza go together like cheese and pepperoni. Order from the sub or pasta menu, or take home a specialty hand-tossed Vinny's Pizza. Give in to the temptation of Vinny's famous garlic knots and wings. Dine in or delivery for Vinny's New York Chef Pizza. Easy to find in the Clemenceau building near 6th Street and the 89A bypass in Cottonwood.
Back at Mingus High School, the Marauders on 2nd and 13 are going to roll left, up him, look at throw, down the left sideline, he had it to Tiffany, hit him in the hands, the defender hit him at the same time, and was able to jar that one loose at the 35-yard line of the Thunderbirds. It'll be 3rd down and 14 for the Marauders.
Upham showing some confidence, rolling out of the pocket.
Yeah, feeling good after last week.
Yep, giving himself some time out there, and Tiffany ran a good route, just couldn't quite get outside the cornerback or safety out there.
I figure he's on pace to match last week. He's got 1 touchdown pass in 1 quarter.
Right, there you go. 1 per quarter, that works.
I get you 4. Still would have rather had the $1 million. 3rd down and 14. Clark going in motion, and the Marauders going to try to hit him in the middle. Here comes an uppercut to the belly that time with Machado banging in there, and all he got was 3. Brings up 4th down and 11 for Mingus, and you're only up 14. Still just the beginning of the 2nd quarter. I'd imagine the Marauders are going to punt this one away.
Tackled by number 74, Jeremiah Leland.
Here comes Levi Collins into the ballgame to replace Machado, and not a sure sign that the Marauders are going to punt this away, but a more realistic sign here. Let's see, what do we got? Punt away. Oh boy, just a low line drive punt, and it will be fielded at the 21-yard line. A good thing, because we would have lost about 20 more yards. And a run down the left sideline. Oh, there, he's out of bounds. Good. And a big collision. Here are all the fans in the stands. Ooh. Doug McKee, one of the captains out here for the Thunderbirds. 5'8", 155-pound senior. He's a wide receiver, cornerback, a kicker, but only for extra points and field goals, and a return guy. Their kickoff guy is Robert Marquez, who's a guard and a defensive end, 5'10", 220. Yeah, that's the thing. These guys aren't very big, Jackie. They got a 260 guy and a 250 guy and a 245. But that's not very big for a high school football team.
No, that's true. McKee, by the way, is the leading receiver. He's got 11 receptions and 85 yards on the season for the Thunderbirds.
Kind of small skill guys for these guys. Quarterback rolling right, throwing right, has a man on the right, and he's hit in the backfield, and he's able to wrestle free from the Marauder tackler, and now they're kind of holding him up and taking pot shots at him, and here comes the flag after the play again. Mr. Late Flag. Who do you think you are?
Josh Fisk making the reception and then fighting, scratching, biting for about 3 yards.
Yeah, for sure. Face mask on the Marauders. That'll hurt. Moving down the field, across midfield. Now they're going to feel good. 10:51 left to go here in the opening half. And fans, we truly do not have any information as to who our kings and queens are going to be this year. We're going to have to wait and find out, just like everybody else here at halftime, JB. It's homecoming tonight.
It is indeed. Always an exciting time in Mingus. Oh, they only did the 5-yard.
Oh, the 5-yard variety. So that won't be a first down. However, they are at the Marauder 49 and across midfield. Which brings up 2nd down and, I don't know, about 2. And they're going to look to run, and the quarterback's got it himself. Now he's trying to get out of the backfield, and he gets hammered. behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of about 3 on the play. And, man, that was one of those ones where you saw one leg go one way and one arm go the other, and that other leg got snapped around behind his head, and trying to see if they can make him one of those Snyder's pretzel guys.
Yoga.
Yes. Well, he better be doing some yoga if you want to get in that position again. That's the funny thing about football is, like, these guys aren't yoga guys for the most part. But you watch something like you still shot some of the positions that they're in sometimes.
I tell you, without conditioning, they'd all get hurt, man.
Control your breathing, brother. 2nd down. And 5. It can't be second. It's got to be 3rd, right? I'm going to say 2nd. Oh. Well, no, they don't get a do-over on down. Yeah, I guess they did get a do-over on down on the 1st down run. That was a face mask. And now here's a pass, swing out to the right side, hit immediately. And in the backfield for a loss, number 23, Dominic Isaacson, caught the ball on a screen pass right-hand side out in that flat. And the Marauder defensive back just came over and leveled them. Catch the ball and a perfect timing hit, and the Marauders knock him down for no gain. As a matter of fact, he should have lost a yard, but I think they're trying to be nice to these guys here tonight or something.
Well, I think he did catch the ball at about the line of scrimmage.
Oh. Well, then, good spot. 3rd down and 6 officially on the board. 9.5 minutes left to go, 2nd quarter. 14-0 Mingus. Thunderbird trying to pick up a big 3rd down out near midfield. And Stevenson rolls right, looks right, throws right, and it's intercepted. Going to the left sideline. And now down at around the 47-yard line. Went right through the hands. Another late flag. Went right through the hands of the intended receiver and right to a Marauder defensive back. Looked like it might have been a safety and may have been up him. No, it looks like it may have been Trey Meyer that came away with the interception. We'll have to wait until we have a chance to see that one again. There is a flag on the field that came in after the play once again, and we'll have to see who this one's going on. See if we can get a replay on that. That'd be a good one to see, as that ball went right through the hands of the defensive back, and the Marauder safety was right there to get it. Officials out there talking things over. Fans, remember next week we'll be on the road as we head down to Kingman for Marauder football. And the penalty flag is against Mingus. It will still be Marauder ball, but they're going to back them up a little bit. And instead of having it out at the 47-yard line, the Marauders are going to have it at the 31.
Well, number 16 on the interception, that's Nathan Petty, one of our captains out here today.
It was 18 or 16 instead of 19. Nathan Petty's been a good player this year, Jack. We've called his name numerous times. He's been a good player.
Well, I'll pick up his first interception of the season.
1st down and 10, Mingus from their own 36-yard line. And they're going to hand off, going to the right side of the line, and just banging up in there and seeing what he can get as Levi Collins and what he can get as a yard. Clock rolling down near the 9-minute mark in the opening half of play. It's 14-0, Mingus with the lead.
Well, Mingus is getting up there in penalties now, 35 yards in penalties.
Big ones tonight.
I know.
Maybe they thought they'd go with quality over quantity.
Well, right now they're doing both of the cues.
All right, 2nd down play now. 2nd down and 9. Full backfield, 2-wing formation for the Marauders. Tight end on the left-hand side, standing up, and a handoff going to the left-hand side of the line, and everything just keeps chugging forward, and a good gain on that one. Out across the 40 to, it looks like about the 43-yard line, which will be short of a 1st down. They need to get to the 46, so 3rd down and about 4 now as they move it back a little bit.
Well, Collins will get the run there, and then has to come out because the helmet came off.
Yeah, looks like he lost his toque. That's a little Canadian from back in the 80s, remember the McKenzie brothers? Bob and Doug. 3rd down and 4. I heard about it, I wasn't there.
Of course not.
No.
Of course not.
Those are stories I heard from the older kids in the neighborhood, you know.
Right. Well, my hairline gives me away. I can't deny that one.
3rd down play for the Marauders, and Upham's going to fake the handoff and keep it himself, and here comes a flag after the play, and that might add on to the run, which I think is going to be enough for a 1st down anyhow, but I think they may have grabbed his mask when they brought him to the ground. He went down rather abruptly. Personal foul face mask, yeah. That'll move it down the field.
Well, you could tell when the referee tosses the flag, that should be a 5-yard. when he overhands it into the ground.
Slams it at you.
Yep.
Remember that a couple years ago, the offensive lineman for the Cleveland Browns, and the referee did something emphatical like that. You know, it was a holding play or something, and he threw the flag real hard into the line and happened to have BBs in it. Hit him right through his face mask, hit him right in the eye, and he didn't play the rest of the year. Doesn't have to be that emphatic.
No. If you're going to throw it, you got to throw it down and make it bounce.
Hey, you know what? They got Major League Baseball playoffs going on tonight. We're going to have to get some scores for our fans out there. What a football game last night, huh? It was a good game. Texans came back, didn't win, came back. Made it interesting. Marauders are going to throw up him, going up top, down the right side. He's got Faggered, and catch is made, but he's out of bounds. Apparently didn't get his feet in time, but he did hold on to the ball. And again, we see Upham with the willingness to air it out and throw it down the field for the Marauders here tonight.
Well, let's see if we can actually replay that one. I'd like to see if he didn't get a foot down on that one.
Oh, throw the flag, Coach.
Do I have a red one?
Oh, I'm talking to Bob. We got a red one. There's a lot of red around here.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
You can find something red, get out there. That's what they want.
Ah, there's Rob Harrison.
At the bottom of the 6th inning, we got the Kansas City Royals leading 5-4 over the Baltimore Orioles in Baltimore. Flags come a-flying again. Upham is wrestled down in the backfield. Marauders had it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of the Thunderbirds that time, but flags come flying in on the play. We have an injured Marauder on the field. Looks like he's struggling to get up, wants to get up. Not able to do so just yet.
Well, that is Ethan Kim, starting tackle for the Mingus Marauders.
Waiting for an official to tell us what happened on the play.
Who he popped up.
Popped up. Ready to go.
But limping.
Not limping. But ready to go. No. Coming out. Michael Boyson heading out. Marauder trainer heading out there. And I'll tell you what, this gentleman, Michael Boyson, JB, he has been essential to the Marauders program over the last 20 years, 25 years. I don't remember exactly how long, but it's been quite a while. And runs a great sports med program here at Mingus. And these kids coming out of Mingus that are in his sports med program, Jackie, when they get into school and they get into college, they are way ahead of the game of a lot of these kids because they're learning a lot of high quality knowledge here at the high school level with Michael Boyson. He's done a great job.
Well, on the field, it seems really interesting. Mingus gets called for the chop block, but it's Ethan Kim that comes off the field limping like he was the one that got chopped.
Our guy gets hurt, and they call it on us.
Huh.
But, hey, that chop block by those Denver Broncos is a thing of conversation these days, JB, as Calais Campbell's going to be out for a couple weeks for the Cardinals. Handoff coming up the middle for the Marauders on 2nd down, and, 10, 20, about 27. Yeah, hey, it says 27 on the board. So 2nd down at 27, the Marauders run up the middle. Now it's 3rd down at 26. 6:40 left to go in the opening half of play. Remember, fans, at halftime we will announce to you the royalty. It is homecoming. Kings and Queens will be out on the field. 14-0, the Marauders with the lead here, taking their time. Clock running, but it's not like you're going to run out the clock here on 3rd down at 26.
With 6.5 minutes left to go.
6.5 minutes to go. Let's snap it. And Upham takes a deep drop and looking for a screen pass, and over the middle he throws it to, I guess they're going to say Pete Kelly was in the area, although it was closer to a lineman, and it will not be intentional grounding. And that's a good thing because that would have been a loss of about another 30 yards.
And loss of down.
Eat your hamburgers and hot dogs and bratwurst.
Well, nonetheless, it's 4th down now. 4th down and 27 officially on the board with 6:08 left to go in the opening half. The Marauders again will have to punt it away.
Michael Prince out there from the Thunderbirds arguing his case to the Zebra, but isn't going to win, so no law school for you.
Then he got in his little red Corvette and took off. Back to the 80s. And the snap and the punt is another good punt and non-returnable inside the 20. Good job again by Upham with a directional punting. And they've got the Thunderbirds pinned at their own 19. 6 minutes left to go, opening half. 14-0, the Marauders with the lead.
Well, so far defensively, the Mingus Marauders have held in, 4 possessions for Thunderbird? Or for the Thunderbirds, have held the Mohave squad to -3 yards from the line of scrimmage.
That is very good, JB. Last week it was only just over 100 total yardage in the game for the Flagstaff Eagles.
131.
The Marauders put up 63 points, 63-13 last week. It's 14-0 right now.
6 minutes left in the second quarter.
And here's a snap, and it's fumbled, and the running back is able to fall on it. At first it went to the quarterback, and he dropped it, and then it went to the ground, and the running back kicked it. And he's like, hey, what's that on the ground? Then, oh, I better jump on it, and he does.
Well, Dominic Isaacson saves a rather embarrassing moment for his team.
Jackie, I believe the Thunderbirds have more negative plays than they have positive plays so far this evening.
1, 2, 3, and running on the ground, that is absolutely true.
Here's a second down play, and they're going to hand it off, going to the right side. Uh-oh, breaking out in the open, and now it's a foot race. Can the Thunderbirds score? Going down the left-hand side, it's Jason Urquiza to the 5 to the end zone, touchdown, and the Thunderbirds right back in this ball game. An 85-yard touchdown run by Jason Urquiza, and just like that, the Thunderbirds have gotten back into this ball game. It's a one-touchdown game with 5:12 left to go. Opening half, 14-6. The Marauders with the lead, and the Thunderbirds looking to chip away with the extra point.
Well, you don't see that often, running away from the Mingus Marauder defense.
Oh, there's a flag. Too many men in the huddle. Yep, too many men in the huddle on the defense, and that'll back them up 5. And now makes this extra point not so automatic, JB, and they're talking about a one-touchdown game. That extra point might come up pretty big towards the end.
Well, not only that, but they're not extremely efficient on extra points.
Hey, we got a red guy in front of us. Thinks it's Halloween already. And the snap is fumbled, and the quarterback picks it up, rolls right, throws to the end zone. 2-point conversion is incomplete. Yes, big play that time. That could be huge towards the end. 5:12 left to go, opening half. The Marauders defense holds on the extra point attempt, and Mingus leads 14-6. We'll be back with a kick return after this.
Mingus football and Vinny's Pizza go together like cheese and pepperoni. Order from the sub or pasta menu, or take home a specialty hand-tossed Vinny's Pizza. Give in to the temptation of Vinny's famous garlic knots and wings. Dine in or delivery for Vinny's New York Chef Pizza. Easy to find in the Clemenceau building near 6th Street and the 89A bypass in Cottonwood.
Well, we'll get to see the kickoff man for the Thunderbirds here in the opening half, JB. I didn't think we were going to. They're going to bring out the kickoff man, which is different from the field goal kicker, Robert Marquez, to kick off. Took a stutter step and kicked it to the 16-yard line where the Marauders are looking to return it. Thagard down the right sideline. Flag comes in. Thagard out near midfield to the 47. A flag back at around the 32. Well, Mingus goes on to win this game, JB. And last week, the pounding of the Flagstaff Eagles, the one thing the Marauders are going to have to be talking about is, yeah, we're playing well. Yeah, we're feeling good about ourselves. Man, we got to cut down on the yellow on the field. We got to cut down on these penalties. It's way too many.
Yep, this will be another one for the Mingus Marauders. And unfortunately, the penalties for the Marauders is winning the hot dog race.
Yeah, how about it?
That'll be another 15, and Mingus has 2 of those so far, 65 yards in penalties.
On what? 4 penalties? 5 penalties?
6 penalties. We had a 5-yarder in there.
Well,
and that was a face mask.
That's the one you cross out. The high one and the low one.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
There's too many high ones.
Yeah.
We can cross one out, but there's still plenty in there.
First down and 10, Marauders from their own 22-yard line. Working from the right hash mark, going away from the scoreboard. And the handoff going up the middle for Mingus and out across the 25 to about the 27. A gain of 5 on the play. Good carry by the Marauders, and it's Machado coming up off the bottom of the pile.
Up the middle for a 5-yard gain.
Maybe they were planning on hitting them with Collins a lot in the beginning and then trying to hit him with a speedier Machado in the second half. Although it's not to the half, I guess.
Well, so far Machado's got 21 yards on 8 carries.
Oh, he's working his way up.
He's working harder this time.
Second down and 5. Marauders still on that right hash mark. Here's a snap in. The fake to Machado. Now the pitch to the right. And I saw another flag, and it's on the field and near the line of scrimmage.
Option pitch to number 44, Tristan Clark. Breaks one
Clark
down.
running to the right side.
Well, this will go against the Marauders again.
Most likely. It's been a flag marred first half of play. Chop block on Mingus.
Another one?
Apparently.
Chop block on Mingus.
That'd be another 15-yarder. And it'll remain second down. I think they may find it, make a third down, but I doubt it. It'll remain second down, and now it'll be second and about 20. 4:17 left here in this opening half. And you know what? Kind of got him lulled to sleep. See how it's kind of quiet, and you kind of got him lulled to sleep here. Watch out for big Trevor Galloway over here on the near side of the field, working on the right side of the Marauder offense with 4:17 left. He's got a little guy on him, number 2, Nick Smith. Nick Smith comes in at 5'8", 155.
So it gives up almost a foot.
Yeah, Galloway, 6'3", 190. I think he's taller than that. I know in basketball he's taller than 6'3".
At least in the program, right?
That's right. Second down and very long play again for the Marauders, and they look to go to Galloway, and the ball was kind of behind him. It looked like by the time he tried to adjust himself, he kind of got off balance and fell down, but he had room to make the catch. He was open.
Not only was he open, but Nick Smith gave him, 7 yards of cushion even from there?
Nick Smith doesn't want to tackle him if he catches it.
Exactly. He's like, miss it, miss it, miss it. Oh, he fell down.
Yeah, oh, good. They're talking to Corey Brown right now. Brown saying, hey, man, that dude catches the ball. You got to hit that big dude.
Let's hear it for your Marauders. This is a crucial down.
Here we go, third down and 17. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass, 4:03. That's the other thing. I don't want to give Mohave the ball back and let them score before going into halftime. Here we go. What can the Marauders do? Third down and long. It's going up top to Galloway, who makes the catch at the 40-yard line. A first down for the Marauders. All the way out to the 41. Now they went to Galloway the first time on this side. It was a little bit behind him. He couldn't turn to make the catch. Said, hey, let's do that again. That kid can't cover him. They went right back to it, and well, the kid couldn't cover him, and Galloway picks up the big first down.
Well, it's not a matter of even could he. He didn't even try.
Yeah.
I would keep throwing it to Galloway until they give him somebody else to cover him.
Until they put old number 23, Dominic Isaacson, over there and help double him. Waiting the snap now from the right hash mark, and looking to throw again is Upham. Going down the right side to Tiffany, and it's tipped away and out of bounds. I'm not sure that even if that was tipped away, Tiffany was going to be able to catch it and stay in bounds.
Nope, that one was just a little bit too far. However, throwing into coverage, if you're going to error out of bounds.
And I'll tell you what, he's been throwing the ball tonight, JB. We saw him open it up last week up in Flagstaff. The Marauders went spread. They've been throwing the ball around. They're doing it again here tonight.
Well, he's 4 for 9. He being the quarterback for Mingus, Upham. 4 for 9, 79 yards, 1 touchdown.
Not bad.
Nope.
Got time to work on it. Second down and 10. Tiffany goes in motion, and they're not going to be fooled on this one. They fake the handoff on the draw, and then with the read that time, he kept it and got hit by the defensive lineman Jaden Heaton that came with the play that time. And it's going to be a loss of about 4. Clock running, 3:15 now, and it's third down and about 14 for the Marauders.
3rd and 14. Well, you know, that always reminds me of the deal out there at Home Furnishings Direct. 14 pieces, bedroom or living room set, several to choose from, just $9.99.
Third down and 14 play here for the Marauders. Getting under 3 minutes to go in the half, leading 14-6. Upham rolls left, pump fake, Upham under pressure, throws it up for grabs towards the Thunderbird sideline, and it's incomplete. Out around midfield. Clock will stop now. 2:45 left to go in the opening half of play. 14-6 Marauders, and Upham is going to look to punt this one away again. And if not for the one big play by the Thunderbirds, the Marauders have to feel pretty good that their defense, with some yardage behind them, will be able to shut down this Thunderbird offense going into the locker room.
Well, until the 85-yard breakaway, the Thunderbird offense had -3 yards from the line of scrimmage.
There you go. Awaiting the snap. Might be a fake on here, dude. Got to watch that. Well, now they'll get 5 of it on the offsides on the defense. Well, they're snapping it out. Defense trying to get the Marauders to jump. They jumped across the line themselves. Hey, the band's heading out towards the field. They've got a big halftime show coming up.
Well, I think Thunderbird's thinking about coming after this.
Well, of course, yeah, they should. They do have one man deep, though. Nobody else back there with them. And now they're way off sides. Now the Marauders may go for it. Now it's going to be 4th down and, well, about 3 out near midfield. And Mingus may go for it here. And that's back-to-back off sides. it was 4th down and 13, and now it's 4th down and 3. That certainly opens up the playbook, and the chance for a fake has gotten way better now.
That was Santa Maria coming across.
The odds went up, JB.
You think?
Yep. Mingus like to hold the ball for the rest of the half. Awaiting the snap. Upham from the gun. Takes a snap. Rolls right. Throws to the right side. He's got a man. Clark across midfield. He's got the first down and out of bounds at about the 47-yard line of the Thunderbirds. And, man, you get me 2 offsides and move it that close, I might have to do something, is what head coach Young does. And he throws the ball to the right side. Tristan Clark with a catch, and the run after catch is what got him the first down. I don't believe he had it when he initially caught the ball, JB, but he took a couple of steps forward and got knocked down after the gain of about 7 or 8, and the Marauders have it 1st and 10.
Well, Clark comes around that corner as the gunner. This time he came around the corner and just stopped.
See, they go up top to Galloway again, working from their opponent's 47-yard line. Looking to run left-hand side to Machado. Machado's got a hole to run through, and he's going to rip off 12 to inside the 35. They're going to mark him at the 34-yard line, and it's 1st down and 10 Marauders. 2:29 left on the clock here, opening half of play, and now Mingus is probably thinking, hey, we don't want to score too soon.
But we do want to score.
Oh, we want to score.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
We don't want to do it too soon.
Mingus still has all 3 of their timeouts in their repertoire.
Machado in the backfield. Man in motion. It's Clark from left to right. Upham looking to throw. Look at middle. Now he's hit and he's sacked. Back behind the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 41. A loss of 6 on the play. Good defensive play again by Michael Prince, number 87, coming up with a big play. And there's one of those aforementioned timeouts that the Marauders had. 2:05 left to go, opening half. 14-6, Mingus with the lead and the ball. 2nd down and 16 from the 41-yard line of the Thunderbirds. We'll be back for the Marauder offense coming back after this.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 11 years in a row in Cottonwood and 7 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
2nd down and 16. Marauders with the ball. Upham throws right side wide open. Oh, Galloway caught it, and no, they're going to say no catch. He caught it, it looked like he had it in his hands at least, and it was tipped away and could have been ruled a catch and a fumble, but the linesman on this side of the field said no catch, no catch. And it's 3rd down and 16, Mingus from the 41 of the Thunderbirds.
Well, Nick Smith actually came up and hit Galloway, but he wanted no part of the actual throw. Galloway's going to have that open all day long.
In the couch.
Looking for baseball scores for you out there. We've got playoff baseball going on tonight, and our latest update has it 5-5 now in the top of the 7th inning. The Royals and Orioles battling it out in Baltimore. Upham looking to throw again. Right side, he's got a man again. This time Galloway makes the reception, lowers his head, and uses a stiff arm to fight inside the 25. 1st down and 10. Mingus a gain on the play of about 11 or so, and it's 1st down and 10. Mingus from the 24-yard line of the Thunderbirds.
Well, that was a great stiff arm. If they're going to go low on you and you just put that hand right on the back of the pads.
Taste the pellets, young man.
Bounce, bounce.
From the right hash mark, the Marauders hand off. Machado makes a move in the secondary and rolls inside the 15, where he's going to be tackled after a gain of 12 to the 13-yard line. Marauders inside the red zone now, and they can pick up a first down without scoring, and more importantly, running the clock. 1:36 on the clock. They'll start the clock once the sticks are set, and the Marauders are doing exactly what they want, grinding out a long drive. Hopefully it's going to end with a touchdown, and no time left for the Thunderbirds. Handoff up the middle. Machado stays on his feet. Machado inside the 5, and he's down at the 1. First down and goal, Marauders. Machado with another 13-yard run. He's picking it up in big chunks now, JB. 1:17 on the clock. Clock will start when the ball's set. The Marauders may want to take a little time now this close to the end zone.
11 carries, 58 yards for Machado. He's almost caught up to the Mingus Marauder penalties.
All right. Almost. And the first and goal play. Upham's going to keep it to the end zone, untouched behind his left tackle and guard. And the Marauders extend the lead now. 58 seconds left to go until the halftime presentation on homecoming. And the Marauders lead 20-6. And here comes Trey Meyer out to attempt the extra point.
I knew Upham was going to have that all day long, especially when they can pick up some yardage up the middle. They start keying on Machado, and it's all over.
Extra point snap is good. The hold is good, and Meyer continues to be perfect. 21-6, the Marauders lead. 58 seconds until halftime. Mingus will have the ball to start the second half. Got to play a little D. We'll be back for the kickoff after this.
Your local Cottonwood Taco Bell has what you're craving for just $1. Shredded chicken mini quesadillas, spicy potato soft taco, spicy tostada, just a part of the new Dollar Cravings menu at your Cottonwood Taco Bell. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell on Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
The moon arises here at Mingus High School on homecoming. 21-6, the Marauders with the lead. Here's the kickoff, and it will be returned from the 5-yard line. It's Dominic Isaacson with the ball, coming to the Marauders sideline, trying to get to the corner, hit and down. Tell you what, he wasn't so much hit as he ran over the guy in front of him that made the tackle by the Marauders. We got to give it to that young man. He had a dude running full speed at him and came up with the play and the big tackle for the Marauders.
Well, it's one of our captains, Ben Frank, another senior out there for the Marauders.
Saying that a lot tonight. One of our captains is one of our captains.
Yep. Well, he did a great job of holding his ground. He had absolutely no momentum.
You know what happens next week, right? You 22 are captains.
Right. Can we do that?
First down and 10, Mohave from their 36-yard line. A delayed handoff in the backfield, and the Marauders aren't fooled by that. And that's the guy that had the big breakaway, Jason Urquiza. And Urquiza only a couple of yards there, and the clock running. Thunderbirds are going to stop it, however. 21-6, 43 seconds left to go. Marauders leading here by 15. We'll be back to Mingus High School after the Thunderbird timeout.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
Back at Mingus High School, and the fans are starting to get excited here in the stands, and it's not just because the Marauders are up 21-6, but because it's homecoming. We're going to have kings and queens and princes and princesses, and maybe a unicorn shows up parachuting in.
All right, enough with the cartoons.
No. Man, the moon looks cool, though, huh?
Oh, yeah, bad moves
close to Halloween.
I know.
Here's the snap. Stevenson drops back, going up top, down the left-hand side. And it's going to be incomplete. It Didn't look like, I was going to say Annan's going to be overthrown. Then all of a sudden it looked like number 2, Nick Smith, made a break on it and had a chance, but it did end up being overthrown. Good defense that time by the Marauders as the corner was able to get back and make the play. Ryan Nash, that's another guy we've been calling his name out quite a bit. Whenever our opponents like to throw the ball, we seem to call Nash's name.
Well, we know it's going deep, so Mingus is already in about as much of a prevent defense as we'll ever see from Mingus. 2 men not on the line of scrimmage, right?
Yeah. Here's the snap, and they're going to run up the middle with Urquiza, and Urquiza has got a couple of yards, and it looks like we've got another timeout. Mingus calls timeout.
Ooh.
As it will now be 4th down and about 5 with 30 seconds left. The Marauders say, hey, punt it, we'll take our chance. We want to score with our special teams on a return. So the Marauders use one of their 2 timeouts here, JB, to talk things over, see if they can set up the big return or maybe even put on the block.
There you go. Mingus has not blocked a punt so far this season, but have blocked a couple of field goal attempts.
But are a program that is known for blocking kicks, for sure.
Well, we got speed on the corners, no doubt about it. Pete Kellett getting in for another tackle for the Mingus Marauders.
Phoenix Suns up right now over the Denver Nuggets. Change that. Update, 52-41. So the Suns looking pretty good here in the early going as well, JB. And, of course, that can be heard all season long on our sister station, 105.7 KVRD. Tune in and listen to the Phoenix Suns all year long.
And in Flagstaff on our other sister station on AM 600.
So if you're up in Flag, tune into that one. High snap on the punt, and they're going to look to run it. They're trying to fake it to the right side, of the Marauders have them. That's as good as a block. Mingus gets it back. 1st down and 10 from the Mohave 43-yard line with 21 seconds and 1 timeout to play with.
Sweet. Now, I'm not exactly sure why they would have gone with the fake there.
You think kick it away and pin them deep, right?
You would think so. Either that or they were more afraid of the Mingus Marauder return team.
Kick it deep and out of bounds? I mean, something where, the ball's not right here where it's 1 pass play away from a touchdown. Of course, I guess that's from anywhere on the field. But
yeah. Well, we've had 3 punts to us, and we haven't been able to return but 1 of them because of the low line drive kick. So right. I would have gone with that, but nonetheless.
Deployed by both squads. Here's the 1st down play. Upham looking to throw to the right side. He's got a man. It's Clark. Clark out in the open field trying to make Mohave miss, and he does, so he runs into his own guy, and then he's tackled. All right, 14. We're coming for you. Anthony Lopez trying to block out there on the field and had his head turned around, didn't know that Clark was coming behind him. He turned around, and Clark ran right into him, and still enough for a 1st down. Clock running, 10 seconds left. Runners have time for 1 play, maybe 2 with the timeout. Down to 6 seconds. Trying to dent the snap. There it is, and this will be the last play. Upham throws, and it's incomplete, and we have a flag, and it's going to be roughing the passer, Jackie. A defensive penalty will not stop the half. They'll move the ball 15 yards for roughing the passer, and Mingus will have 1 free play before we go into halftime, and 21-6 is our score, and they're going to move that ball 15 yards up the field. The Marauders are going to have 1 shot to the end zone. Or 1 shot for 3 from Mr. Perfect, Trey Meyer. Let's see what they do. They're going to move this ball into, I think, what would be Meyer field goal range.
Well, his field goal, he's 1 for 1 on field goals, and that came from the 35 yards away. He is within that range right there. Center of the field, not on the hash mark.
And now the Marauders will call their final timeout. 21-6 is our score. Head coach Bob Young's got 1 play to either score a touchdown, kick a field goal, or go to the locker room with the lead. We'll be back right after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back at Mingus, head coach Bob Young's decision is Well, he's got Meyer out there, but not to kick. He's got Upham in at quarterback. Meyer's on the right-hand side as a wing back. Tight end working on the left-hand side here. Now Meyer goes into motion. Here's the pitch to Meyer. Looking to the end zone. Now he throws it back to the right-hand side to Upham at the goal line, and it's tipped away. I think he had a guy in the left-hand corner trying to go back to the quarterback. Upham in the right corner, and just in the nick of time, Nick Smith is able to get there and tip that one away. Marauders going the little razzle-dazzle that time. A pitch to the halfback and throw it back across the field to the quarterback. It just came up a little bit shy that time. Nonetheless, go into the locker room with a 21-6 halftime lead here on homecoming against the visiting Mohave Thunderbird. All right, fans, let's take a break. We will have a chance to find out who our king and queen will be, or at least who the royalty is, who the people nominated for king and queen will be, and we'll let you know once they announce that as soon as we know. All right, fans, 21-6 here at the half. The Marauders with the lead. We'll be back to Mingus High School after this.
Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway. The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 11 years in a row in Cottonwood and 7 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Welcome to the Halftime Report, brought to you by the Cottonwood Recreation Center. In just a moment, we'll have a recap of the first half, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats, plus an update on what's new and coming up at the Cottonwood Recreation Center. Let's head back live to the press box. Here's Zach Calandra.
Back at Mingus High School, you can see the Marauder band out on the field as we are getting ready for our halftime presentation. This is homecoming, Jackie, and we have our royalty court, and we've been told who a lot of these people are. And right now on the field for the football game, it is 21-6. The Mingus Marauders with the lead over the Thunderbirds from Mohave, coming up from Bullhead City, and it has been a pretty good game once again for the Marauders as they come off a 63-13 win over Flagstaff last week and lead here at the half 21-6. And I'll tell you what, it's not that close. It was an 85-yard breakaway touchdown by the Thunderbirds that have them on the board. Other than that, the Marauder defense has been stellar tonight.
Oh, without a doubt. Mingus has been defensively all over the place. I counted about 9 negative plays for the visiting Mohave football squad.
Way too many.
Yeah, that's really
for them.
It's really hard to get any momentum going that way. And Mingus scoring 3 touchdowns and overcoming their own penalties. They've got 65 yards of penalties here in the first half.
That's been the problem the last 2 weeks, Jackie. That's something they got to figure out there. They've been able to win in spite of all the penalties that they've had. Over 100 yards of penalties last week and on pace to be over 100 again this week.
Yeah, without a doubt. Mingus, 3 touchdowns in the first half. It started first quarter, 9-10 left to go, and Mingus would strike first in an aerial fashion. A 38-yard touchdown pass. Upham goes to the right-hand side, had the man short, goes downfield to Galloway. Galloway makes the spin move right there. Da-da-da, and then outruns Nick Smith, reaches to the pylon, and scores the first touchdown for the Marauders, a 38-yard touchdown catch. Myers continues to be perfect with the extra point, and it was 7-0. Still in the first quarter, 5:21 left to go. Mingus would score again. Great blocking by the offensive line. And quarterback, Upham had all day long to pitch this one. In fact, I think Thagard could have walked all the way to the left-hand side. Finally does, and a long pitch, and out to the near side it comes. Thagard goes 29 yards for the touchdown. The Afterbirders engage, and the safety cannot reach him. Meyer had the extra point, and it was 14-0. Then, with just 58 seconds left to go, the Mingus Marauders would score for the third and final time. Or, pardon me, no, I apologize with that. First, the Thunderbird squad would score the 85-yard breakaway by Yorkiza. As he scampers right through the middle, Mingus just unable to block this one for whatever reason. I think the blitz was on, it just didn't blitz in the right hole. And Yorkiza turns it on. Mingus cannot catch him from behind. Those would be the only points for Mohave and the only real positive yards from the line of scrimmage in the first half. The extra point was backed up on a penalty, and then a bad snap forced a 2-point conversion pass, which was broken up in the end zone by the Marauders defense. And so it was 14-6 at that point. And then with 58 seconds left to go in the first half, Mingus would score again, this time a 1-yard keeper, but Machado had 2 carries for 25 yards to get him to the 1-yard mark, and Upham says, I'll take this one. Just off tackle, great blocking, and the extra point, again, good by the Marauders. And here we are at halftime, 21-6.
All right, fans, this is the Cottonwood Parks and Recreation halftime report brought to you by Cottonwood Park and Rec Center. And we do have our freshman and sophomore royalty being brought out on the field. We're going to have kings and queens announced here tonight. Freshman class has been introduced, Princess and Prince. The princess is Sydney Alexander, and her escort is freshman prince Eric Jurison. Sydney Alexander is the daughter of Holly and Randy Kramer. She's on the Mingus cross country team, and in her spare time, Jackie, she likes to hang out with her friends.
Really?
And beating her family in fantasy football.
Ooh.
Touchdown for 6. Eric Jurison, the son of Eric and Michelle Jurison. He's an average Joe, he says, and you can catch him dirt biking, boating, and spending time with his friends. Our sophomore class, Prince and Princess, is Macy Cook, and she is escorted by our sophomore prince, Jason Groth. Macy is the daughter of Tim and Regina Cook. She's a swimmer for the Mingus swim team, and she enjoys shooting her bow as well as other outdoor activities. Jason Groth, the son of Isla and Kevin Groth, and he likes to spend time with his friends as well, and he plans to keep up his good grades and go to college at the University of Texas.
Nice.
How about that?
Nice.
Junior class Prince and Princess, or Princess and Prince. The princess is Caitlin Swanson, and she's being escorted by junior prince Christian Swank. Caitlin Swanson is the daughter of Shonda Swanson and the younger sister of Kirsten Swanson. When Caitlin isn't at school, you can find her sleeping or petting dogs. When she graduates from Mingus, she plans to travel and do things that make her happy. God bless you. That's what you got to do. Christian Swank, the son of Brandon and Megan Swank. He is a comical guy who loves and plays football. When he's not at school, he's playing football or living a teenage life. He plans on going to college and receiving a bachelor's degree and next moving on to medical school. So congratulations to him for that. We know our senior class, King and Queen Court. We will bring that to you when we come back from this timeout. We're going to take a break right here and get in a word from some of our sponsors. This is the Halftime Report, brought to you by the Cottonwood Park and Rec Center. We'll be back to Mingus High School, 21-6 here at halftime. Marauders with the lead.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
It's the dawn of a new era in healthcare here in the Verde Valley. Spectrum Healthcare introduces whole person care for the mind, for the body, for all of you. With the opening of our new integrated care facility at 651 West Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, Spectrum Healthcare now offers primary care, behavioral health, and pharmacy, all in one location. For primary medical care, for help with mental health and substance use disorders, for whole person health care, call Spectrum Healthcare, 634-2236.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Your local Cottonwood Taco Bell has what you're craving for just $1. Shredded chicken mini quesadillas, spicy potato soft taco, spicy tostada, just a part of the new $1 Cravings menu at your Cottonwood Taco Bell. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell on Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Back at Mingus High School on Homecoming 2014, a great night for these kids, especially the seniors. And we do have our senior class royalty and King and Queen nominees. Our first nominee for Homecoming Queen is Jody Madsen. Madsen is the daughter of Mitch Madsen and Darla Smith. She is an avid cat lover and enjoys spending her free time hanging out with Spider-Man. And acts like a sidekick while fighting crime.
Got one that likes to pet dogs. Another one. Okay, all right.
I like these kids. Brendan Clark is our first nominee for Homecoming King. Brendan is the son of Kevin Clark and Cassandra Grantham. He spends his free time swinging on vines through the jungle and wrestling bears.
Really?
What is going on around here? After high school, Brendan plans on joining the military. Well, there you go. There's something... serious there, at least. Our second nominee for Homecoming Queen is Taylor Helgelson, and she is the daughter of Kelly and Joanne Helgelson, and currently the Mingus Union Spirit Leader. Plans to attend cosmetology school after high school. Ryan Young is our nominee for Homecoming King, a second nominee, originally from St. Louis. Ryan aspires to move to Seattle in the fall and major in psychology and then get a doctorate in physical therapy. How about that?
Nice.
Our third nominee, no doubt, our third nominee for Homecoming Queen is Fanny Cobarabas. She is the daughter of Arturo and Lupita Cobarabas, and she plays soccer here at Mingus, and she's planning on going to NAU, hoping one day that she'll get a degree in medicine and therapy. I bet you she spent some time with Michael Boyson.
Probably so, huh?
Yeah. Hector Zapata is our third nominee for Homecoming King. Hector is the son of Clareza Sanchez. He's the captain of the boys soccer team, and his plans after high school are to go pro in soccer and play in Barcelona. That's a great way to go. And then, of course, our King and Queen are announced out of those three nominees, JB, and as it turns out, our Homecoming King for 2014 is the boys soccer captain, Hector Zapata. So congratulations to him. And then the big one, of course, your Homecoming Queen for 2014 is Fanny Cobarabas as the Homecoming Queen for 2014. So congratulations to Fanny Cobarabas and Hector Zapata. They, ladies and gentlemen, are your 2014 Mingus Union High School Homecoming King and Queen.
We had a soccer sweep here.
A soccer sweep.
Yeah, we did.
Out here on their home turf.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, good for them. And you know what? The first time that I can recollect that we didn't have people in football jerseys out there in that court.
Oh, we did. Christian Swank for the junior class represented.
Right. Good.
Yep.
Swanky.
Yep, Swank had, he was in on it.
We had a Swank down on our CMS team is playing pretty well as well, JB. I like those guys.
Yeah, I do too. Hey, youth coming up, or sports coming up this week for the Mingus Marauders and beyond. Lots of things going on, so I hope you have an opportunity to get out and about and watch some of the stuff coming up. In fact, volleyball will be at River Valley. Oh, that one might be a little far.
River Valley's gotten good in sports.
No, they have. And, of course, October, I think it's the 16th, we will have JV football versus Kingman, and we probably want to talk about that a little bit. The freshman squad is letting go. Yeah, it's now the JV squad. They combined the two squads for the final two games of the season, and talking to Coach Young about it, he said it worked out exceptionally well. They had 33, 34 players. They didn't wear everybody down so horribly.
And some of those freshmen are getting a chance to move up a little bit and play at a higher level than what they did in the beginning of the season. It's almost like your freshman season, like, a lot of coaches will say, well, you're not a rookie anymore, we're halfway through the season. You're not a freshman anymore, we're halfway through the season. Well, they're not freshmen anymore. They're JV now, and they've moved up, and now, and I think it's good for them. I think it will make the program better. You have to remember, fans, a lot of these names that we're calling every week, week in and week out, are sophomores. There's a lot of underclassmen, I don't mean juniors, sophomores, playing a lot of time for Mingus right now. So that's why our JV squad has their numbers down so much. They just put the freshmen up with them and let them finish out like that, and I think that's good for Mingus in the long run.
Outside of Mingus sports here, middle school, the Lobos 6-0 will be versus Tempe Prep. Oh, that one is at home.
Yes, we are at home. 4 o'clock on Tuesday. If you're listening live right now, Tuesday, 4 o'clock at CMS. Come on out. That's going to be a great game. Tempe Prep has got this big old bulldozer of a running back. He doesn't run fast. He just runs hard and carries people like, for our older fans out there, our Jim Brown kind of runner. Just carrying people with him down the field. I think CMS, I think our Lobos are going to be up to the task. Come on out, check it out. It's going to be at Cottonwood Middle School, 4 o'clock on Tuesday. That's a big one. We also play next Saturday at home.
Last week in High Desert Youth Football, we had not one but two overtime games.
Wow.
The Cottonwood Lobos lost in triple overtime last week. The Cottonwood Panthers went to a 7-7 tie and lost in overtime down at Wickenburg. And I know, ever so close. Man, ever so close. But the Panthers are off this week. The Miners division, boy, you're going to have a hometown game. The Bears and the Colts will go head-to-head.
That'd be a good one.
And
two of them. The Mighty Mites as well.
Yep, Lobos and Marauders will go head-to-head. And those games, of course, will come up Saturday, which would be tomorrow, the 11th of October. And those will be at Cottonwood Middle School as well. So lots to see and do during the course of the weekend.
And a lot of it at Cottonwood Middle School. A lot of youth football or younger guy football coming up at Cottonwood Middle School over the next week.
And then, of course, next Friday, we are on the long haul. Kingman, winless so far, 0-7.
Like we said, this is the time for the Marauders to make a little run, fans. They got the win last week over Flag. A win today is 3 out of their last 4 for the Marauders. Next week is a very winnable game, even on the road for Mingus, and could start getting things turned in the right direction. Cocoa hasn't been great. They got them coming up. Prescott is going to be I really feel like that's going to be the big game, and it's kind of great that that game has been put as the last game on the schedule these last couple of years, because it's really a game that most likely is going to be a deciding factor as to who's going to go to the playoffs once again.
Well, not only that, but right before Prescott plays the Marauders the last game of the season, they get a matchup with Deer Valley, a Division I squad who is ranked number 8th. Ranked 8th right now in the power points. Yeah, that is not going to be an easy game for the Badgers.
Not perennially a good team, a top team, Deer Valley, but every once in a while they have those teams that just pop up and they can sting you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like hunting. Sometimes you see the deer and sometimes you don't, right?
Well, better than the bear.
Better than the bear. Got it.
Hey, fans, this is the Halftime Report brought to you by the Cottonwood Park and Rec Center. One thing I know for sure that I want to tell you about is that it's time to get your kids signed up for basketball, 1st grade through 9th grade. You can sign them up. They play in different divisions. 1st grade plays by themselves. 2nd and 3rd is a division. 4th and 5th is a division. 6th and 7th is a division. 8th and 9th is a division. And the practices will begin the first week of December. The games are played the January 10th through the end of March, and it's registration time right now. It goes through October 24th. It's $35 for your first kid, and then you get $5 off for each additional child after that. So get your kids signed up for Park and Rec basketball. Get them going early. Get them going now, especially if you got first graders. You're going to love it watching them out there playing on the 8-foot rims with the little tiny balls, and it's a great game. Youth basketball, Cottonwood Park and Rec. Get signed up now. I would imagine you could probably maybe do it online, but I don't know about that for sure. I know you can go down to Cottonwood Park and Rec and get the registration form right there and fill it out and get your kids signed up for youth basketball. It's a great time. You got to have something to do in January, and get them out there playing basketball for Cottonwood Park and Rec, and we'll have a lot of fun with them.
So $5 discounts for the second kid.
And 3rd and 4th.
And 3rd and 4th. So if you have 9 kids, then they pay you $10.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
No, not quite. If you have 9 kids, they're going to love you, and you will get a Christmas card. Yeah, $5 off of the $35 for each kid after the first one. So they're trying to help you out. They know that it's that everybody's trying to keep their finances in charge, especially when we're talking about right before Christmas. But nothing better for your kids to be doing than out playing sports in the community and learning to have that commitment to a team sport. All right, fans, let's take a quick break right here. We are getting ready for football in the second half. 21-6 is our score. The Marauders with the lead, and they'll have the ball to start the second half. We'll be back to Mingus High School. Second half action coming up after this.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
This has been the Halftime Report, brought to you by the Cottonwood Recreation Center, enhancing health, fitness, sportsmanship, and relationships for all ages and abilities. Snag those snacks quick, because half number 2 is almost here. We'll meet you back on the air as exciting Mingus Marauder football will return right after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back at Mingus High School as we start second half action. The Mingus Marauders have the ball here on the opening kickoff. The ball is kicked deep and returned by the Marauders from the 12-yard line and to the middle of the field. He looks to run across the 20 to 30 to 35 and now across the 40. And the Marauders will start first down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Good opening field position for Mingus to start the second half.
I love technology, don't you?
First down and 10 play from the right hash mark. The Marauders on the read option are going to run with it and go on to the right side. It's Upham, and he stays in bounds to pick up a first down and doesn't step out on that sideline until he is at the 41-yard line of the Mohave football team. And the Mingus Marauders a big run on first down and now looking to set up shop over on the Mohave side of the field.
Well, Upham had 27 yards in the first half and gets 16 more with his first carry in the second half.
Mingus with a 21-6 lead as we start second half action. Jordan Upham, the Marauder quarterback, looking to his wristband to call out the play. The Marauders have two receivers on the left, one on the right. Back behind the quarterback who's set under center. They fake the handoff, and Upham's going to run it again. This time he's not going to have so much luck. No success here. Well, some success, not as much success as he gets about 3 yards, it looks like, inside the 40. Give him 2. Gain of 2.
Well, that Upham did not go off tackle and keep the ball a lot in the first half, so I wonder if we're going to see quite a bit of that here in the second half.
Mingus may just be trying to keep the ball on the ground a lot in the second half, try to run the clock as much as possible. Maybe that was the old formula for winning. Run the ball, run the clock, win the game. It's a pretty good formula. It's been around since about 1842.
Right.
When they start playing football. Looking to throw the ball. Upham looking to throw. There goes that theory and into triple coverage. It is in the hands of the receiver. And triple coverage and it hit him in the hands at about the 3-yard line. And, well, obviously he didn't catch it because otherwise he'd be jumping up and down screaming right now. So as it falls incomplete, brings up third down and 8 for Mingus.
About 40 yards in the air out there. And, yes, definitely into triple coverage, but interesting, the referee was in the way of the play, ended up having to turn his back to the play to get out of the play, and so he did not see the bumping amongst the triple coverage.
Third down play here for the Marauders, working from the right hash mark. There's the snap, and on the read option, it's going to be Upham. Keep it going left, up and gets a block to free him up to the sideline, to the 30, the 25, and finally rolled out of bounds at, oh, now here comes flag. Finally rolled out of bounds at about the 21-yard line, and another flag way after the play. And that's a little disconcerting here as well, JB, is a lot of these flags, especially the ones on the Marauders that are the big ones, the 15-yarders, are after the play. Here's a personal foul on Mingus. That's 15 yards. It's going to be a first down, but it's going to lose 15 yards. It's at the 21-yard line right now. And these are hits and unnecessary roughness and stuff like that are coming after the play on the Marauders.
Well, that's going to be 95 yards in penalties, and that's not a good stat. Hey, let's get into some good stats, though, from the first half. The Mingus Marauders did exceptionally well. Jordan Upham, quarterback for the Marauders, 7 of 14, 113 yards, and 1 touchdown, no interceptions out there. And Machado on the ground, 11 carries, 58 yards. Mingus had 156 rushing yards in the first half, 269 yards total in the first half.
We'll
get to the Mohave stats here in a minute.
Middle of the 8th inning in Baltimore. Royals 5, Orioles 5. First down and 10, Mingus, after the penalty yards are marked off. Upham looking to throw down the left side. He's got Tiffany, but the pass is out of bounds. Tiffany made the catch. The pass just let him out of bounds. Didn't have a chance to keep that one in bounds, and if it goes incomplete, stops the clock. 10:33 left to go, third quarter, 21-6, Mingus.
I did notice that Mingus's receivers seem to be turning all the way around on some of those passes. Have you noticed that, Zach?
It's like a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, they expect it to be an inside shoulder, and it goes to an outside shoulder.
I remember one to Galloway earlier that was like that.
Yep.
Well, fans of Suns are up 64-51. 7 minutes plus left to go in the third quarter. Here's the snap. The Marauders are going to hand it off. No, it's going to be up him. Read again. The read option. He sticks it in the breadbasket of the running back that time and runs up towards the line with him and then looks to see who's coming. If that defensive end's coming, he takes off. If he's not, then he hands it off. And that time he picked up a first down. Good run all the way down to about the 20, where are they marking? About the 25-yard line, right on the 25, first down and 10.
Well, Upham, 71 yards on 11 carries. So right now, our leading rusher for the Marauders. And on his way to a possible 100-yard game.
JB, you know the last 4 representatives for the National League and the World Series have been the Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals? Oh. They will get their division series started tomorrow.
Yes.
So it'll be 5 years in a row that you either have the San Francisco Giants or the St. Louis Cardinals representing the National. And everybody says the Yankees. Come on.
Well, you're just looking at the National League.
Somebody start not liking someone else. I'll tell you what, both those teams are loaded, man. This has been a fun playoff series to watch, or playoff season to watch. The Royals, man, what a fun team they've been, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Marauders are going to throw up him, has to get rid of it, and he does to the corner of the end zone. Tiffany with a touchdown! Upham just got it off before he was hit on the play, and is caught in the end zone by Herb Tiffany, and a touchdown for the Marauders. 9:45 left to go, third quarter action. 27-6, Mingus with the lead, and the extra point attempt coming from Trey Meyer.
Well, from our section in Division III, Herb Tiffany was the number 5 receiver in the whole section. Adds to the stats here.
High snap, good hold, and the extra point is no good. For the first time this season, Trey Meyer misses the extra point attempt. 27-6, Mingus with the lead, 9:45 left to go, third quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
The Marauder kickoff is being returned to the Marauder side of the field at the 20-yard line, skipping over a would-be tackler, now caught and dragged out of bounds, and a flag on the play. Are you kidding me?
Oh, really?
That's a continuation of the tackle.
Well, apparently you have to know exactly where you are and let go as soon as you cross the line.
He didn't have any idea where he was. He was making the tackle, and as they spun around and went out of bounds, he threw the guy down. That wasn't malicious or intentional. Come on. You can hear the fans like it.
Penalty against Mingus.
We got one guy up there giving him a double thumbs down. That's a real bad one.
Yeah, that's better than the guy over here.
Yeah. Well, we weren't going to talk about what that guy was giving him. It's getting kind of close to Thanksgiving.
We can't say that on radio.
No.
First and 10.
Well, the ball after the penalty now has moved all the way out to the 48-yard line, the Mohave 48-yard line. We got a double wing formation, a running back to the right side of the quarterback who's in a shotgun. Receiver on the right-hand side. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand off. Going up the middle, banged off the middle, and then try to take it to the right. And that is where he's able to find 2 yards to midfield at the 50-yard line. It'll be second down and 8 for the Thunderbirds. 27-6, Mingus with the lead. 3-touchdown advantage for the Marauders at this point. 9:18 left to go in the third quarter.
Urquiza with the run. In fact, he had most of their offense. 8 carries, 93 yards, and the only touchdown for Mohave in the first half.
Quarterback Stevenson takes a snap and hands off. This is their one man that has done anything so far today is Urquiza again. And not very big, 150 pounds, JB. I think what happens with these guys is they know they're not very big, so they get like the extra large lineman type of shoulder pads so that they look bigger.
but those don't fit real well.
No,
they move around a lot.
And all of a sudden you're wondering what this big, huge guy's doing, running that fast down the field.
Right, exactly.
It's like when you get one of those big, shaggy dogs wet, and you're like, really? That dog's only that big?
Nice run by number 37.
Well, this may be a first down. It looks like the guy on the far end of the field is marking him shy of a first down. So he's be shy by about a yard. Not even from where the ball's spotted. So it's 4th down and about a yard. And Mojave's going to go for it, and the second effort will give it to him. The Marauders had the initial stop on the snap, but the second effort by the quarterback, Stevenson, 6'1", 185, was able to continue to push his legs forward and get the yard that he needed for a first down.
Well, that's the element of surprise. You know when the snap's coming, right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially that close.
Yep, especially that close. But you know what? There was no hesitation from Mohave on that. That was almost like a planned response, huh?
Yeah.
If we have 4th and less than X, you're going.
They may just be going anyhow on the Marauder side of the field. Well, here's the first down play. Stevenson's going to throw. He's got a man open. He had 2 men open on that left-hand side. He threw it in between them. That must have been a tight end, old number 98. You don't see those guys going out for pass too often. Dom LaRocque, and LaRocque, rather. And LaRocque, 5'11", 185 pounds, whereas number 98 playing the tight end position. Dom LaRocque.
No relation to the actor, right?
No. Who, Dom DeLuise?
No, I meant The Rock.
Oh,
but
The
okay.
Rock. You know, it's funny. I saw a photograph the other day, and that guy's supposed to be huge, right? I mean, The Rock, that's a big guy, man. Big pro wrestler, former college football player and everything. I saw a picture of him standing in between Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal. Talk about a little guy. That little shrimp in the middle there. Look how big those guys are, man.
Yeah.
Remember we met Charles Barkley when the Suns used to train up in Flagstaff. And after a game up there, we stopped at a local establishment and met Charles Barkley.
Yep, that was fun. There was several Suns hanging around.
A lot of them. Yeah, Oliver Miller was there. And fourth quarter, Frank. And Stevenson in trouble right now. The Marauders flush him around the backfield. They're going to catch him, and he's down for a sack. He staved off about a 10-yard sack and broke free enough to get himself sacked for about 2. That's pretty good. That's athleticism.
1-yard sack by the Marauders.
4th down and 11, and I think the Mojave's going to look to go for it on the Marauder side of the field, down 3 touchdowns. Running out of time, they've only got 18 minutes to play.
I think it was Romero in there for the sack for the Mingus Marauders, or at least he was the last one to make contact.
Remember old Socks? Elliott Williams?
Oh, yeah.
Those were those high socks. Suns were fun back in the day. Suns are fun now. Watch out for this team with a quadruple point guard attack that they're going to have this year. And here's a punt by Mohave. He's going to go into the end zone. The Marauders will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. And the Suns keep getting all these brother combinations as they brought in Zoran Dragic to play with Goran Dragic in case they want to feed the ball down in the post to Markieff or Marcus Morris.
Right.
How about that? You don't see that very often.
No. But, you know, you got to imagine the brothers know how to play basketball together, right?
Well, yeah, right, because they've grown up and they know each other's little secrets and how they work. And it's kind of funny that you have 2 point guards and 2 power forwards.
Mm-hmm. Right.
1st down and 10, Mingus, as they bring the offense back out on the field with a 21-point advantage.
Wouldn't it be cool if the Suns were the first NBA team with 3 sets of twins?
Yeah, maybe they can get Sideshow Rob and Brooke Lopez back. Well, Goran and Zoran are not twins, 3 years apart.
No, I was just going for something a little bit more odd.
Well, yeah, right. And then put them all on the floor together.
Right.
We got 6. Marauders will run on 1st down. That's a technical, you know. And it's a 1-yard loss. It was Upham with a keeper going right and tackled at the 19-yard line. Hey, Jackie, the Marauders have the ball at the 20-yard line. I think this is their deepest field position to start a drive tonight.
The worst. Yep, absolutely the worst.
And they've got pretty good stats. Been playing on a short field, and they put up some pretty decent numbers so far.
269 yards in the first half.
Not too bad. It's on better pace than it was last week, and they crushed those guys. Looking to throw now. Upham looking up over the top, and he's got it to his tight end, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down, except for the penalty flag sitting back at around the 17-yard line. That's going to be a
chop block again.
Block below the knees on Mingus.
Penalty Mingus.
Jeez Louise. Well, the pass was to Galloway over in front of the Marauder bench. He jumped in the air with the defender coming at him pretty hard and made contact shortly after the catch was made. Galloway able to hold on. Would have been a first down, but a chop block on the Marauders back at their own 17-yard line is going to back them up a little bit. Play will remain second down, but it's going to be second and about half the distance of the goal here. We'll put him at the 8. Where's he going to put it? He doesn't know. 8, 9, where do I go? Which way do we go?
Well, they're going to mark off.
Put it right between them. Right between the 8 and 9.
Back to the 9-yard line. Second and long.
So now it's 21. It's second and 21 here for the Marauders. And by far the worst field position for Mingus all night. Not starting, but field position overall.
Well, Mingus now has 119 yards in penalties. 117 last week.
Yeah. Awaiting the snap on second and 21. And the handoff going to the right side, and they'll get a couple. Out across the 10 to about the 12-yard line, a gain of about 4. And now it's third down and long. It's Pete Kelly with the carry that time, JB, and he goes off the field hobbling. Looks like he's favoring his left leg. Orlando Machado heads back out onto the field for Mingus. Now, where's Machado at? He got a couple of big runs towards the end of the first half, and he's got to be up around 50 yards, maybe even more.
Oh, yeah, he had 58 yards in the first half by himself. And 4 yards in the second so far. That's about it.
He's the 100-yard masher.
Yes.
4:50 left to go, third quarter. Marauders third down and long. Upham throws out of backfield, and oh boy, he's lucky that wasn't pick 6. As it is tipped away by 23. That's Dominic Isaacson. We've called his name all night long. Of course, he is a return man, so he's had plenty of work. 4:45 left to go here in the third quarter. Mingus leading 27-6, and they will have to punt it away on fourth down and 17. I don't think they're fooling anybody with what's coming here. As a matter of fact, the Thunderbirds have 2 men deep. Oh, well, now they're going to start doing this, let's give Mingus 5 yards by jumping off sides thing again. That time it's big 68 that wasn't able to do jump across the line unnoticed at 5'10", 245. They saw him.
I'm invisible.
Yeah. The guy next to me is bigger. I thought I was hiding behind him. Upham with a little room to work with now and gets the punt away. And it's an end-over-end punt that will take a Marauder bounce. And I'm not sure why it was down there, but the Marauders down it at their own 49-yard line. They ought to let that one bounce one more time, see which way it wanted to go.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to take a chance that it was going to go back the other way.
Oh, another flag. Go figure.
Really?
Yeah, it wouldn't have been like a play without one.
Active crew.
Personal foul. Oh, against Mohave this time. What's that, like their first? No, they got lots of. That's probably their first 15-yarder, though.
Let's find out. It is their second.
Ooh, second. They're trying to catch up. There's
Well,
still time to catch up. 4:35. They could get a couple more personal fouls.
Well, they got 55 yards of penalties here. Mingus with 119.
Yeah, they may not catch up in that category.
Well, actually, you know, it's pretty equal as far as the ratio. It's 27-6 on the scoreboard, 119 to 55. You know, pretty close.
About 4 personal fouls to 2 personal fouls.
Right.
Well, that one cost them. They were out near midfield at the Marauder 49. Now they've got it back at their own 36. Marauders have the big defensive guys down there on the line. Looks like Scalf down there. He's the biggest guy on the field. And Marauders looking to the sideline. Now they better start looking to the offense. Thunderbirds have figured out what they want to do. Near full moon rising. And that's another thing Cottonwood Park and Rec will have going on for you here coming up in the next couple weeks is the Halloween party down in Old Town. Handoff going left-hand side. Marauder defense right there. Nowhere to run against that Marauder D as Isaacson went to the left-hand side of his offense, right side of the Marauder defensive line, and he got turned back for a yard loss back to the 35. Another negative play for this Mohave offense, or I guess a better way to say it is for the Marauder defense. These kids from Mohave, they came here to play. They won last week. They're feeling good about themselves. Here's the snap, 4-minute mark, third quarter pass going left-hand side. They got it to the receiver. He turned to try to make a move to the outside and a step backwards to try to loop around to the outside. Mingus catches up to Nick Smith and brings him down for a short gain of 2.
Yeah, it looked like it was Tiffany on the tackle out there. Pretty good coverage. He appeared to be open, almost like Mingus was baiting them to throw that ball.
Splitting McKee and Smith wide to the right-hand side. McKee number 1 in the slot. Smith number 2 has the wide out on the right. It's 3rd down and 8 now for the Thunderbirds. They've got a tight end working on the right-hand side of the line. That's also the side that a wingback sets up on. And the running back on the left side, they'll hand it to him. He breaks a tackle and now hit and down. Shy of the 45. They need to get to the 46. So it'll be 4th down for the Thunderbirds and 2. Good tackle that time by Taylor Thagard as he made a sure wrap your arms around him and swing around until he's on the ground tackle.
Well, also in on the tackle is Nathan Petty. And Thagard, of course, loses the helmet, has to come out.
Uh-oh. I hate when that happens.
I don't know.
Especially when it's a big 4th down play. 4th down and 2. Mohave going to go for it. Why not? Down 3 touchdowns with only 2:35 left to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. It's 27-6 Mingus.
It's not a sneak.
4th down play. Here's the snap. Fake the handoff. And try to run to the middle. There's nowhere to go. The big C ran a fumble, but the referee says no. He's down at the line. And it's a turnover on downs. And more importantly, Jackie, no flags on the field.
Well, I was wrong. It was a sneak. It was just a delayed sneak.
Yeah, I don't think it was supposed to be. Maybe it was. You're right. Maybe that was just supposed to be a delayed, like fake, like you hand off the guy. Oh my gosh, where is everybody? I'll just run.
Right.
He didn't have anywhere to run.
Well, I think they were expecting somebody to get out of their lane, but that was a good, disciplined defensive set there. Nobody got out of the lane. It was all gaps covered. He had nothing to run to.
All right. So what do you do? Lower your head and run in the middle. Bang. Nothing. 1st down and 10. Mingus at the Mohave 44. So the punt worked out good for Mingus.
Yes.
Changed the field position. And now they had a short field to work with. Thagard in motion. Up him to throw. Up him down the middle into triple coverage again. And he is nearly intercepted. And how about the manhandling of Tiffany down the field? Tiffany was turned around, spun around, thrown to the ground by Doug McKee. And there's no penalty flag on that. And I can't imagine why, except for maybe that the pass was short and nearly intercepted. Because other than that, I mean, that's at least holding. You grab the guy and throw him to the ground before the ball gets there.
I would say so. I mean, Tiffany certainly had just as much of a right to try to get back to that ball. But, yeah, there was definitely.
It was underthrown.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was underthrown, which is not something we've seen a lot from Upham. Usually, if he's going to miss, he misses deep.
Long, huh? Here's the handoff up the middle of Machado. Machado is going to bang into that line. Say, Thunderbirds, catch me if you can. And they do. But it's not before a gain of 6 yards to the 38-yard line, where it is now 3rd down and 4 for the Marauders. Machado coming out of the ball game. Clarkson at a wing on one side. It's Thagard on the wing on the other side. In the backfield looks to be big Levi Collins, and now he'll be joined in the backfield by Thagard. Upham set under center, has been all year. And snap and a handoff going to the right side. It's to Levi Collins, and he's got enough for a first down to the 31-yard line. Good run by Collins. Picked up about 7. And the Marauders are running the clock here towards the end of the opening, or towards the end of the 3rd quarter, rather, the opening quarter of the 2nd half, I guess.
Well, we were told Collins would get some carries out here, but we didn't expect Machado to.
No.
He was actually in the injury report from Northern Arizona Rehabilitation and Fitness, but
took
Collins.
care of him quick.
Yeah. No kidding.
1st down play. Here's a run going to left-hand side, building up a little steam, and still chugging. It's Collins down the left sideline, and finally run out of bounds inside the 10. Levi Collins running over fools, leaving the Mohave Thunderbirds in his wake as he runs down the field. Number 18 is getting up slow. Number 74 is getting up slow. 18 still trying to figure out what hit him. It was Levi Collins there, Sevillano. It was Levi Collins that came and got you.
I love watching that kid run. He just will not stop.
First down and 10, Mingus, it looks like, at about the 11-yard line. He was out of bounds before he got inside the 10. And here's a snap, and it's going to be a run by Upham. Upham cuts it back to the middle, went right, cut back to the middle, and he's inside the 10. Looks like they're going to mark him down around the 7, maybe 8-yard line, so a gain of about 3 or so. And the Marauders are quickly back to the line of scrimmage and not ready to snap the play, but just making sure that this Mohave defense doesn't have any time to make any substitutions.
Well, when Collins is not running the ball, certainly lays a wonderful block out there, and certainly gives a great cut lane for his quarterback to try to pick something up.
Collins and Thagard in the backfield. Upham set under center. Second down and 7. Handoff going to Collins. He was headed to the right. Looked like he was headed to the end zone. And then just from nowhere, somebody grabbed him by the back of his shoulder pads and dragged him to the ground. I'm still waiting for him to turn around so I can give him credit for the play. It was a good play by their defensive end on the left-hand side of their defense. Looked like Collins was going to the end zone, and he made the play. That's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. 27-6 is the score. Mingus with the lead and the ball. Third down and 5 when we come back for the rest of the fourth quarter action. They stopped the clock at 6 seconds, but I don't think they meant to. Wow, unless there was a timeout. Yeah, they're running. Okay, go on, run that thing out. So that's the end of the third quarter. It's 27-6. Mingus with the lead. We'll be back with fourth quarter action coming up. Back to this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Third down and goal, Marauders from the 6-yard line. Looking to run to the right-hand side. Upham trying to get to the end zone of the goal line. He's in. Touchdown! The Marauders score a touchdown on the opening play of the fourth quarter and extend the lead now 33-6 with the extra point coming by Trey Meyer. JB, the sophomore, needs to start another streak.
He does. He missed his first one all season long. He had a streak of, 11 in a row? Plus a field goal.
It was more, but yeah, okay.
I'll have to check.
And the field goal, right?
And the field goal.
Here's the snap, and the kick is up, and let's wait and see. They nod at each other. That's a good sign, and it's good. 34-6 with 11:51 left to go in the game. The Marauders have scored early. They scored often. They lead right now. We'll be back with the Marauder kickoff after this.
There's no room for hesitation. The best time to buy a victory is now. Get 0% APR for 5 years or rebates up to $2,000. And every motorcycle is equipped with a 5-year powertrain warranty. This is the Red Tag Rush sales event. Victory Motorcycles. Ride one and you'll own one.
Back at Mingus High School, the kickoff is returned from the 1-yard line. A flag comes in as the return man streaking down the right sideline and tripped up and around the 40. Looked like he had a chance, then a bunch of flags came flying. There's 2 of them down there, right about the same spot. And ordinarily those are holding or blocking the back or something, and we've got holding on the return team. Good. So the flags are at about the 17-yard line. They'll back them up half the distance of the goal from there. And the Marauder defense will have lots of turf to work with. Hey, speaking of turf, JB.
Yes.
What do you think about all this news about these turf fields and the car tires being used and the possible link to cancer? Pretty weird.
Yeah, that's extremely weird. I mean, I really hope it isn't true, because I think it's a great use of a product that we have trouble getting rid of.
I didn't realize those car tires. I thought it was like chopped up sneakers and stuff.
No.
Car tires are pretty carcinogenic.
Well, yeah, but think about how bad the sneakers would smell.
Yeah, instead of your kid coming home smelling like a tire, comes home smelling like feet.
I can't get that smell out of his uniform.
Odor readers for in his shirt drawer. First down and 10 for the Thunderbirds, and flags come flying and stop the play, so that's going to back them up. False start. They had it at the 9. Now they'll move it back to about the 5. No, they'll give them the 4.5.
Well, so far Mohave has 102 yards of total offense from the line of scrimmage, and now has 70 yards of penalties.
Wow.
So that's a positive 32 yards.
Hey, another couple of big plays by the defense. We could hold these guys under 100.
Yeah.
That's pretty good the last 2 weeks. I don't care who you're playing. You know, teams 100 yards, 150 yards, whatever it was, a flag. That's pretty good.
Especially when you give up 85 on one play.
Ooh, Marauders come with a blitz, and they meet the running back in the backfield for a loss of a yard back to the 3, where it's now going to be second down and about 16.
Well, Pete Kelly just shot the gap there, and that is one of his specialties, is it not? Pete Kelly will shoot that gap and
stays low.
It stays low, knows where the ball is, follows it. Just a great reader of the offense.
You know, one of my favorite calls in a football game is the one that starts with ooh. Second down and 16. Mohave, quarterback, taking the snap in his end zone, and a handoff trying to run to the right. The Marauders are hammering them, and it's going to be another loss on the play. This one back to the 2. So it is going to be third down and 17 from the 2. And the Marauders are getting closer and closer to holding them under 100.
Not only that, but sometimes, you know, when you're this deep and you're having trouble getting the ball out of your end zone, you want to look at the referee and say, can we just skip third down?
You can punt.
Yeah, you can punt. Now would be a good time to punt. Mingus has nobody back.
Might not be a bad time to just run out of the back of the end zone, give up 2 points, and punt it away from the 20. I don't think those 2 points can make a difference at this point. But a block for a touchdown would. Quarterback Stevenson looking to throw down the middle. It's tipped away. Good D by the Marauders. And it's fourth down and 17 from the 2. And this is going to be tough for Mohave now, JB, as they don't have enough room to even make the snap. And we've seen some high snaps already. The Marauders could be pinning them back and coming after it.
Well, so far in the game, quarterback Stevenson is 3 of 8 for 6 yards. Oh my, he is right on the end zone.
Yeah, real close. He's actually at the end of the field for soccer. And gets the punt off. It's high and it's short. And it is a fair catch by the Marauders at the 7-yard line. Tiffany calls a fair catch. Marauders with great field position. No sense of returning that. You're in scoring position now.
You're in Myers' field goal range, I believe.
Well, yeah. At 17 on to where they're at, and that's where they're at. 27?
Yeah.
44-yarder. He kicked a 53 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely say...
let's kick a field goal on first, just for fun.
Where do you think you are, Paige?
Call over there and ask the other team, hey, if we kick a field goal on first, can we take 5 minutes off the clock? First down and 10, Mingus. Here's the snap, and they will hand off this time. And continuing to chug down the field. Machado, no, it's not Machado. Who's that? That's a new guy. 35, it looks like. Yeah, 35.
Garcia.
No, Garcia running the ball for the Marauders. Jesus Garcia, junior running back, 5'8", 165, and running hard. He's running hard.
Yep, he had a touchdown last game against Flagstaff.
Remember that.
His first carry of the game.
That's when we were spreading it out.
Yep.
Letting everybody feel good. Hey, speaking of feeling good, the homecoming dance is tomorrow night. It's going to be at MVP, Mountain View Preparatory. And if you got a kid in high school, that's where they're going to be. Second down play for the Marauders is a good run. It's going to be Machado, is it, or is it Garcia? It's Garcia again. down to the 20-yard line. So he's got 7 yards on 2 carries here so far. The Marauders definitely in 4-down territory should they not pick it up here.
Who was coming off the field carrying equipment? It looked like Nathan Jones. It's almost, yeah. He's got
a water boy or what?
No, he's got to put something back on, some sort of a brace.
Look at Machado down the bench getting some attention.
Well, he came in with the bad ankles. I was surprised to see him play at all.
All right. Here's a snap, and the read option is going to Garcia, and Garcia's fighting for it. It depends on the spot.
That's close enough to go for it.
Oh, well, for sure. It might be enough for, no, that guy over on the far end of the field is saying 4th down. They might be bringing the sticks, JB. Yeah, they're bringing the sticks. First time all year. One of my favorite plays in football. Here we go. All right, where's the ball?
I thought the Neil play was the favorite.
Well, I said one of them.
I like that angle on Channel 2. Cable 1 and Suddenlink channel. That's a great angle. That is definitely a first down from that angle.
Yeah. I gotta say,
you're gonna wait until
shy
they
by just inches. Oh, from there, shy by a football and a half. Oh, it's gonna be good by let's see, can't see it. 4th down, shy by just inches.
Oh, look, that's 2 links.
Calandra with the 45-year-old eyes.
Little help from
one yet in 23 years, JB.
A little help from the TV screen.
Well, they don't have the yellow line.
We haven't added that yet.
Looks like 4th and inches.
45-year-old eyes work good from 2 feet away. 4th down and inches for the Marauders. And they'll punt. No, they're going to go for it. Man in motion, and defense jumps. That'll give it to them. Well, they don't throw the flags, though.
Wow.
Okay. Everybody look at your wrist. Time ticking away, down just about 8 minutes left to go. It's 34-6 Mingus. And Upham takes a snap. Upham is going to be hit in the backfield and not going to make it.
Ooh, ouch.
Not sure that was the play that the Marauders were looking for.
Well, they shot the gaps.
Yeah.
And what was it, 31 getting in there for the sack?
We got 68 laying there on the ground hurt.
That's Takari Brown.
Takari. 68, David Durantes is the injured Thunderbird on the ground, laying right on his back at the 20-yard line. So Marauders turn the ball over on downs. We do have an injured player. They're looking at his left leg. They touched something he didn't like. So let's take a break right here. We'll get a word from our sponsors. Mingus Marauders lead 34-6 with 7:50. Oh, they're getting them up. Good. All right.
Number 68 with a nice sack there.
It'll take them a little while to get off the field, but I think we're going to keep it right here, JB. Fans will be on the road next week at Kingman, taking on the Bulldogs. Remember, they were in our conference years ago. Remember, JB, back in like the late 90s, Kingman used to be in our, and I think that was about the last time we've been to Kingman.
Yeah, well, if my memory serves me, every time Mingus has played Kingman, we've collared the Bulldogs pretty well. Tied them up to the fence.
Well, that's good. That's what you do.
Yep. 0-7, they're struggling this season.
Make them walk the plank. Oh, we don't have a plank. What do we make them walk?
Aren't we land pirates?
Yeah, land pirates. What do the land pirates make you walk? Into the dungeon. Over there by that dragon.
Land pirates. It's got to have something to do with cactus, doesn't it?
There you go. You hit them with a cactus.
You stick them good, right?
Stick them good. Yeah, there you go. Get your cactuses ready. First down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Here's the snap. They're going to look to run right-hand side now, trying to sweep it to the outside, and just not going to do that against Mingus here tonight. Marauders are able to seal off the sweeps and keep it all packed into the middle. Another carry that time for Isaacson, and just not able to make it to the corner. However, he did get about 3 yards.
Well, he tried.
You think Coach Holmes said, let's just keep the clock running?
Probably so at this particular point. Isaacson has 7 yards and 7 carries, so he is consistent.
Hey, I got to tell you, Jackie, I had a chance to talk with Coach Rod Holmes before the game. That is a nice man down there. He's a gentleman. Here's a long. I don't like the ones that start with There's a long pass, and Doug McKee catches it on the Marauder side of the field. That's a long pass, like 50 yards, all the way to the Marauder 39-yard line. But Ron Holmes, very presentable, very nice gentleman down there, and I think he's probably doing the right things and getting his program turned around. He got rid of some kids that were causing some problems, and it looks like he's got his program headed in the right way.
41 yards on the reception to the senior McKee.
And Stevenson pump fakes. Now he goes right side. He's got a man wide open again. And inside the 20. Wrestled out of bounds at around the 16, 17-yard line. And it looked like that time he went up top to, it's 11. No, 11's the quarterback. I thought it was 14 that caught it, but apparently it wasn't because I don't have a 14. Oh, is it the big kid? Oh, maybe it was number 34. Anthony Perez, that's who it was. It was 34, not 14, Perez, who is a big kid. 6'3", 185. Here's the snap. Stevenson looking right. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to run right. Caught in the backfield, and he's going to be hit and back to about the line of scrimmage where the clock continues to run. It's 2nd down and 10. At about the 17-yard line, and now we've got, looks like an official timeout. I think the quarterback got a little dinged up that time, JB, as Harry Stevenson is walking around a little gingerly. They're going to set the ball, and it looks like Stevenson's leaving the game. He is, and now he's down on a knee on the Mohave sideline, which brings old number 7, Oliver Simey, into the ball game, a junior, 6 foot, 150 pounds. They say, all right, young man, we're about ready to score down there at the 17-yard line. Get us in the end zone. He's looking for his helmet. What, Ahmed? Here's a snap and runs the option. Pitch goes left. Marauder's trying to get to the ball carrier, and he's breaking tackles. Somebody get the big fellow. Look at him go to the 3, to the end zone. Touchdown. That's unbelievable. What a great run. That kid, is he in? No, they're going to say he's down at the goal line. What a great run by whoever that is. Old number 42, I think it was. Josh Fisk, a sophomore. Woo! 5'9", 193, and he was the epitome of a tugboat going through that line that time, JB. Just would not be stopped.
Well, he's been on the other side of the ball all game and had his opportunity. First carry of the day.
And now the quarterback's going to keep it himself. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Mohave.
Wow. 5:48. Well, clock's still running. 5:47 on the clock left in the ball game. Riders leading 34-12 after the 1-yard run that time by quarterback Oliver Simey. And the Thunderbirds are back on the board with 5:47 left to go. Now I got to wait for their kicker to come out. Now their kicker is number 1, Doug McKee, for field goals and extra points. And so we don't need no stinking kicker. McKee, get back over there. Well, actually, get in here and go play wing back on the right side. As they're going to go for 2. Down by 22. Does that make any sense? Here's the handoff up the middle, and he doesn't make it. So now you're down by 22, and now should you score more touchdowns, you'd have to go for 2 again. And it doesn't make more sense to, flag in the end zone. Does it make more sense just to kick your extra point? Then you're down by 21?
They're almost at a 50-50 percentage basis for kicking extra points on the season. So that might still be the better option.
It might be the better option, yeah, because if you make 1 out of 2, you're still right where you were. Make 2 out of 3, and you're in good shape. All right, so what did they say about this flag here? It looks like everybody's leaving the field, so it's not going to be anything to redo the kick. It's most likely going to be added on to the kick or from the kick, I guess. See where they mark the ball for the kick. Well, fans, we are on the road next week at Kingman, and then we come home for Coconino the following week, and then on Halloween, we will be over on the other side of the hill taking on the Badgers in a game that the Marauders are going to have to win to at least be in a 3-way tie for the Yavapai County Superior supremacy.
Yes, absolutely. And that'll be another big game coming up real soon. I think it's next week, Prescott and Bradshaw.
Ooh.
Yep.
That is a big one. You're talking about Prescott at 16 and Bradshaw at 17? Ooh.
Yeah, and
major implications in the next to last week of the season.
Well, not only that, but Bradshaw has just really struggled against the Badgers, even when they have had better winning record teams.
And you know why.
Yeah, we have big brother syndrome.
No doubt about it. Well, the Marauders expecting an onside kick. Looks like the Thunderbirds ready to give them one. Ball marked at the 25-yard line, so it was a personal foul against the Thunderbirds, and it backed them up 15 yards. And the kick is deep. Well, not really, because it's 15 yards back. Taken by the Marauders at the 26-yard line. It's going to be Clark. Clark to the outside of the 50. Clark to the sideline, to the 40. Still on his feet, hit and tackled at about the 40-yard line of the Thunderbirds. Good return.
Real good return.
And the Marauders in great field position.
Clark came around that corner, and he looked like one of those VW Volkswagens that gets hit on the side. You know, they spin as soon as they're hit.
Yeah.
He spun. I think he started the spin before the contact, which accentuated the spin.
A bumper car.
There we go.
Hey, speaking of bumper cars, I bet they have some down at the Arizona State Fair.
Ah, they do. That is going on.
It's going on right now. Some good bands coming again this year. Great times at the fair. You go down there and see the old Madhouse on McDowell, JB. That's where the concerts are in the old War Memorial Coliseum.
Yep.
Great venue for music. I really enjoy it. The Marauder's going to run, going right this time. It looked like Upham was going to hand off and then took off himself, and he's got 2, 3, 4, about 5 yards. Pretty good run. And 5 yards on first down brings up second down and manageable here for Mingus. And now I don't think Mingus will throw the ball unless they really have to. They've got a comfortable lead, up by 22 points, and 5 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock and ticking away. Right now, you just want that time to run out and get out of here with a victory. We're not worried about seeing if we can throw the ball to the end zone anymore.
Well, Upham right now.
Why'd you put 11 in the box?
Yeah, right. 84 yards on 16 carries, approaching that century mark.
Yeah, not bad. And here he's going to go on a counter to the right, and it's going to be a first down. Good run by Mingus. Can't see who it is as the ball. It's number 18 for the Marauders at the carry that time. So a good run by Juan Ruiz, another sophomore getting some PT, a 5'8", 150-pound running back. And the Marauders get another first down. Stops the clock at 4:44 for just a second. They set the sticks and run the clock. They just sent a guy out on the field over here. Jackie on the right-hand side. New guy that I don't think has been in all season long. And I think Mingus is getting a chance to put a player out there that comes to practice, works hard, and doesn't get out on the field. And how about that? Hayden Harrison out on the field, and he got to play football at the varsity level for the Mingus Marauders. So congratulations there for Hayden Harrison. Went out there and looked to make a block. He saw the snap to play. He went to look to hit somebody in white.
Yep, absolutely.
That's awesome.
Comes off the field, goes straight to Galloway. Galloway pops him on the head, tells him good job.
That's awesome. Yeah, right. You gotta love getting one of those head smacks. Ear rings for about an hour. And that means you did good. And the pass pitch goes left-hand side to Clark. Clark zigzags through the defenders. Caught at the 12, and he's down right there. A first down. Nice option run that time. It wasn't even an option. It was just a straight pitch going left to Clark, and Clark zigzags his way inside the 15, where he'll be tackled at the 12-yard line. First down and 10, Marauders. 3:35 left in the game. Clock will start when they set the sticks.
Well, another great open field runner for the Mingus Marauders out there.
First down and 10, Mingus. I think they probably like to run a couple plays before they score here. 3:15 left to go. Man in motion. It's Ruiz. Handoff going left-hand side to Garcia. Garcia headed to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Mingus! Another big run that time by Jesus Garcia. 5'8", 165-pound sophomore takes it to the house. And that's back-to-back weeks with TDs for Garcia. 3:05 left to go in this ball game. Garcia puts the Marauders at 40. The extra point coming from Meyer.
He's going to start calling up his own stats, will he not, huh?
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see more and more. Here's the extra point attempt up and good. More and more of guys like that. Now that all the freshmen have moved up to JV, maybe some more of those JV guys will move up to varsity. So far, working out good for the Marauders. 3:05 left to go here on homecoming. 41-12. Mingus with the lead, and they'll kick off when we come back as the smoke filtrates throughout the field here at Mingus.
It's the dawn of a new era in healthcare here in the Verde Valley. Spectrum Healthcare introduces whole person care for the mind, for the body, for all of you. With the opening of our new integrated care facility at 651 West Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, Spectrum Healthcare now offers primary care, behavioral health, and pharmacy, all in one location. For primary medical care, for help with mental health and substance use disorders, for whole person health care, call Spectrum Healthcare, 634-2236.
Back at Mingus High School, the return of the kickoff is to the 20-yard line. Now we've got a little kicking and rolling and smacking each other around, but there's a flag on the field, and it wasn't for that. This is probably something that's going to be a hold, and it's most likely going to go against Mohave, holding Mohave. Hey, good guess. 2:55 left to go here in the ball game. 41-12, Mingus with the lead at home for homecoming. And in case you missed it earlier, fans, our senior class, King and Queen this year, is a sweep from the soccer team, as Hector Zapata, the boys soccer team captain, is the homecoming king, and our homecoming queen for 2014, Fanny Kubarabas. And Fanny Kubarabas, also a soccer player, plays for the Mingus girls soccer team. Jackie, I know that is a special warm spot in your heart there. A couple soccer players as our homecoming king and queen, and no football players. Come on.
Well, it'd be even better if they were both goalkeepers, huh?
You never know.
Hey,
although I kind of get a feeling that Zapata likes to kick the ball in the goal. Here's a throw from deep in their own territory, and it's going to be enough for a first down as McKee continues to fight after the catch and wrestle the defense for an extra couple of yards, where he's able to pick up a first down to about the 23.
Well, it looks like... Yep, it is. Harry Stevenson returns to the game.
Oh.
He went and sat out for a little bit.
Yeah, we like to see him return.
Well, he is 3 of 3 on his last 3 attempts. 79 yards, pardon me. 60 or 76 yards.
You know, it looked like he might have just got hit in the stomach. I'm not sure he's in there now. Is he in there now?
Yeah.
Or is that number 7? It looked like he might have gotten hit in the stomach when he got tackled, and it might have just knocked the wind out of him. As soon as he got to the sideline, dropped right to a knee, and it looked like he was just trying to catch his breath again. Here's the snap, and it is Stevenson. Throw it down the middle, and he's got a man wide open. It's a tight end at about the 37-yard line. Catch made by Jason Urquiza, and Jason Urquiza getting in on the play. It was 34 Anthony Perez, not 37. 34 Anthony Perez with the catch. I was going to say, Urquiza, you're calling him all night.
Yeah, no kidding.
First down and 10. Thunderbirds have figured out a way to move the ball here. And they're going to go delayed draw. Break it to the outside. First down. Midfield. Running over Marauder. And a big run for Josh Fisk, a sophomore, 5'9", 193. Now, that's the second time we've seen that young man run the ball, JB. And the first time, he really did pull out the old Jim Brown carrying everybody down the field. And that was another hard run that he finished the run. He didn't get tackled. He ran over the guy that got in his way.
He's going to be a weapon next year.
Yes. Here's the snap. Stevenson looking to throw again. And the Marauders had eyes on that one. Trey Meyer had an idea that he might be headed the other way, and it was just over his head and incomplete.
Well, we've seen a lot of that where Mingus has dropped into a little bit of a zone defense out there. And they've had some shots at this. Mingus has picked off one here today, trying to do a game-ending and drive-ending pick to kind of complete it here.
That would be nice. That's how that football game ended last night. Touchdown to end the game there for the Colts. Got to take a knee a couple times. Second down and 10. Here's the snap. Stevenson pump fake, drops back to the right. Looking to go downtown, deep right-hand side. Into double coverage and incomplete. I think the pass landed out of bounds. I'm not sure even if he caught it. It was going to be good. 1:35 left to go. 41-12, the Marauders with the lead. Third down and 10, Mohave from the Mingus 48.
I wonder, they're going for it all at once, but they've had a little bit more success with the underneath passes, the ones that are about 12, 13 yards.
Fans, another thing we want to remind you about, Sumo Suit Fight Night is coming up, the second annual. It benefits the Marauder wrestling team. And Sumo Suit Fight Night will be Wednesday, December 22nd. Thunderbirds look to run. It's Fisk again. How can I tell? It's the big guy rumbling down the sideline and knocked out of bounds around the 20. So the Mingus Mountain Wrestling Club is going to put on their second annual Sumo Fight Night. Time 7 and 9:30 p.m. Doors open at 6:30. Wednesday, October 22nd at Mingus High School. $4 to get in. Under 4 is free. There will be all kinds of things going on. 50-50 raffle, silent auction, all kinds of fun things to happen there. Come out and watch teachers battling teachers, athletes battling athletes, and even youth coaches battling youth coaches, and all the proceeds benefit the Mingus Mountain Wrestling Club. Stevenson looking to throw to the end zone and triple coverage and tipped away by the Marauders, looking for Perez once again, and it falls incomplete. Jackie, that's a lot of fun. I went to that last year, the Sumo Suit Fight Night. That's fun to watch.
I've rented those sumo suits for Nicholas's birthday. Oh my gosh.
All right. What's funny is you see them get in there, and they get out there, and they start bouncing around on them like they're real tough. Then they realize, holy smokes, this thing's heavy, and it's time to start fighting, and they're all worn out and tired.
Right, right, exactly. There is a method to my madness.
Right. Second down and 10. Stevenson with a quick hitter over the middle, and inside the 5, still on his feet to the end zone. Touchdown! Dominic Isaacson. We've talked about him all night. He finally does something to benefit his team with points. And under a minute left to go in this ball game, and the Thunderbirds put points back up on the board. It's now 41-18. The Thunderbirds with an extra point attempt coming here. No, it looks like they're going to go for it again.
Well, how about that? 143 passing yards in the second half by Stevenson.
Phoenix Suns up 91-80 with 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And here's a pass to the end zone over the head of Perez and falls incomplete. Top of the 10th inning in Baltimore, and the Royals have scored. It's 6-5 Kansas City in the American League Championship Series. We'll be back with a kickoff. 57 seconds left to play here on Homecoming. Riders going to win. We'll be back after this.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
And the kickoff by the Thunderbirds, trailing 41-18, is an onside kick. It's loose, and I believe the Thunderbirds have it. Yeah, the Marauders are coming up out of the pile saying they have it. That's not a good sign.
No.
Yeah, it's like you always say you have it. Even if you know you don't, you just say you do. Marauders came up going, yeah, it's their ball, man.
44.
Oh, 44 got it, huh? Andrew Santa Maria. The Mayflower and the Pinta.
No, those are the defensive ends.
Oh, yeah, Mayflower. We got a big old Mayflower defensive end over there in the name of Scalf.
Yep.
That's a big boy. And he's been playing a lot of football this year as a sophomore, Jackie. I kind of noticed in the summertime out here watching Josh Scalf play football that this is a kid that the Marauders are going to be able to work with. A sophomore, about 6'4". They got him listed at like 185, 190 pounds, or 190 pounds that they have him at. Looks bigger to me. And he's going to be bigger. He's only a sophomore. Remember his brother Todd Scalf played years ago?
I did.
Good football player. First down play. Stevenson, after the onside kick, is intercepted by Trey Meyer. Meyer trying to break free, but he's in a figure 4 leg lock down at about the 25-yard line. And the interception by Meyer should seal it for the Marauders. 38 seconds left, and here comes Mingus in the victory formation.
Trey Meyer.
I believe that is his second interception of the year for the Marauders. And again, Meyer coming through in good time.
Yeah, may as well make an interception at the end of the game to seal it for your squad. Let him come out and take a knee a couple of times. Go home with a victory here on Homecoming.
Looked like a bear trying to get out of the trap on that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he was trying.
Let go, let go, let go, let go.
Upham will take the snap, take 2 steps back, and take a knee. And I believe the officials will wait until it's under the 25 second to tell them to start the play clock. And now that's at 23, they say start the play clock. So the Marauders will not have to snap the ball again. 41-18 is the final. Mingus with the victory tonight over the Thunderbirds from Mohave. 41-18, a homecoming victory for the Mingus Marauders. Mingus with back-to-back wins and have now won 3 of their last 4. And once again, we'd like to congratulate Fanny Kobarabas and Hector Zapata, your 2014 homecoming king and queen. Both soccer players here at Mingus, and they got to accept their awards here on their home turf. 41-18, Mingus with the victory tonight. Let's take a break. We'll be back with the post-game report brought to you by Digitel, Verizon Wireless. The Marauders won 2 in a row, going to Kingman next Friday.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. There's a Polaris to match your passion. Confident, comfortable, capable. That's Ace. With a solo cockpit, automotive controls, independent suspension, all-wheel drive, and up to 45 horses of fuel-injected power. Calling it revolutionary would be an understatement.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
At Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, rather than do lots of things, we focus on doing one thing right. We serve climate-challenged people. Gettle's starts with a free system evaluation to identify the best AC and heating equipment for your home or business. Professional installation, warranties, and service after the sale. If you're climate-challenged, then we're the right choice. Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, the name to trust.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway. The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 11 years in a row in Cottonwood and 7 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
It's time now for the Digitel Post-Game Report. Stay tuned for the Marauder wrap-up, game highlights, and the Digitel Player of the Game. The Digitel Post-Game Report starts now. From the press box, here's Zach Calandra.
Back at Mingus High School, the Marauders with a victory tonight at home on homecoming. Final score 41-18. Mingus with the victory and up over 40 points once again tonight, Jackie. And it was a nice, well-rounded game of football for the Marauders. And back-to-back weeks, they threw the ball, they ran the ball, they played great defense. Special teams were good as well. I haven't got that touchdown we're looking for, but special teams were good. Defense was outstanding once again tonight. The defense has played very well the last 2 weeks, and the offense, not to take anything away from them, they played well as well.
Well, the Mingus Marauders took control of this game early by scoring 14 points in the first quarter. The first one, a beautiful pass play. Galloway 38 yards for the touchdown reception on the far side. And Myers added the extra point. And a little spin move out here from Galloway as he finds himself wide open. And he would end up with 3 receptions in the game, a stretch out to the end zone. And the big man finds pay dirt, gets him on the board here early.
You called that one, JB. I'll give you that. You called that one before the game, talking with Coach Young. How about Galloway? How come he's not your big play guy? Well, let's start down Galloway, see what he does. Hey, big play.
Well, yeah, you know what? He's a weapon. Absolutely. You know, when you look out and you see the cornerback is 5'8", and then there's Galloway at 6'5".
6'4", yeah, right.
I mean, it's got it. They take advantage of that in the NFL when there's only a 3-inch difference.
And the corner's 5'8".
Right.
You got to put that in there also.
Right. No, there was a huge difference out there. Still first quarter action, 5:21. Mingus would score again. Thagard takes the pitch to the left-hand side, and Upham had nearly all day to pitch it. Should I? Yes, I will. And he pitches it off to the left-hand side. Thagard races to the end zone, not going to catch him. Meyer had the extra point, and Mingus at the end of the first quarter was up by a score of 14-0. And then Then with 5:12 left to go in the first quarter, an 85-yard breakaway by Urquiza. And that was probably the one defensive oops that the Mingus Marauders really had. Up the middle, couldn't contain up the middle, and this kid just broke it to the outside. 85 yards, that would account for the mass majority of his rushing yards during the course of the game. It's just run him until you break something, which they did. The extra point actually worked out to be a 2-point conversion off a bad snap and was no good in the end zone. Then nobody would score until just 58 seconds left to go in the first half, and it was Machado doing lots of the legwork to set up Upham for this touchdown dive off tackle. Great job blocking out there. In fact, there were Mingus Marauder offensive linemen looking around trying to find somebody to block, and nobody was there. Mingus guessed right, going to the left-hand side, and Upham gets his first rushing touchdown of the game. And that's how the first half would end, 21-6. Mingus was in control. Mingus would get the ball first in the second half, and hey, they do something with it. 9:35 left to go in the third quarter. A 22-yard pass play as Upham finds Tiffany this time. And, he stays in the pocket, almost gets hit.
Yeah, get off me. Right there at the end.
Upham, Tiffany finds some space in the corner of the end zone. Ball got to him. Touchdown, extra point for the Mingus Marauders. Out there was...
Yeah, you got to check because they're not all just good tonight.
Oh, I know that. I do have to check, don't I? Let's see. That one was good by Myers.
Yeah,
yep, absolutely. And then fourth quarter, so the end of 3, it was 27-6. Mingus was still in pretty good control of this one. And then Upham dashes in from 7 yards out and starts to put this one away for the Mingus Marauders. That one was good by Meyer, and it was 34. Or pardon me, the one before, I'm sorry, I was incorrect.
That was
the touchdown before, it was the one that was no good. Myers actually missed one here tonight.
I didn't make it on the score sheet there.
I know, I didn't want
to. Good job, JB.
I did. Myers was good on that one, though.
At the end of the year, will be like, didn't he miss one?
Oh, no.
Says he did.
I have lots of notes on my desk for stuff like that.
His family's all sitting at home going, yeah, go with that score sheet.
Right. Mingus was up 34-6 at that point. And then fourth quarter action, 5:47 left to go. Mohave down, but refusing to go away.
Yeah, you got to give them that. They didn't quit.
No, absolutely. A 1-yard dive by their backup quarterback, Simi. And he gets in from 1 yard out. And the extra point, they actually went for the 2-point conversion. It was no good, 34-12 at that point. And then Mingus, well, okay, you guys aren't done. Neither are we. 3:05 left to go. And Jesus Garcia, he's sitting around going, hey, Coach, it's fourth quarter, man.
Yeah.
When's my turn?
They're just talking about fourth quarter Frank. I'm fourth quarter Jesus.
That's right. And they call in Jesus, and he gets in from 12 yards out. His fourth carry on the drive, finds a touchdown for his second time in 2 games.
Yeah.
And that made it 41-12 with the Meyer extra point. And then with 57 seconds left to go, Mohave says, hey, we drove for 4 hours. We're playing the whole game.
We're going to play the whole time. 4:48, I heard him yelling that over there.
Yep. We'll do that too. Stevens finds his receiver. McKee gets in and knocks over a Mingus Marauder on his way to the end zone. And the extra point, the 2-point conversion was no good.
They have some finishers.
They do.
On their team. The guys that finish their runs. It's like, okay, well, I'm only going to get 2 more yards, but I'm going to lower my shoulder and I'm going to hit you.
Yeah.
And that's good to see. They're being taught to play good football over there. They're being taught fundamental football, and Coach Holmes is doing a nice job. His team played hard, and like you said, played the full 4:48. They were out of this game. They weren't going to win. They went down and scored a touchdown under a minute left to go just because they're football players, and that's a credit to their coaching staff and Coach Holmes.
Well, not only that, but you know what? They've got a lot of young kids out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
like
Fisk
Mingus.
Like Mingus. Fisk is a sophomore. Oh, my gosh.
Whew. That kid's good. 193 pounds right now, and that was probably at the beginning of the season. Now we're 6-7 weeks into the season. He's had a couple loaves of bread, and he's probably pushing 200.
He reminds me of a particular wrecking ball of years past.
Yes, we've had a couple of wrecking balls. You talk about Longfellow?
I am.
One of those long wrecking ball kind of fellows.
Yep. Yeah, I think he might actually develop into a Longfellow wrecking ball.
Boy, I hope not. I mean, we got to deal with him for the next 2 years. He's only a sophomore. That's going to be a good running back for this Mohave Thunderbird team over the next couple of years.
Yep. No, that's very true.
All right, fans, let's take a quick break right here. We will get a word from some of our great sponsors, and we will be back for more of the postgame show brought to you by Digitel Verizon Wireless. We've got some individual statistics coming up for you right after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
It's the dawn of a new era in healthcare here in the Verde Valley. Spectrum Healthcare introduces whole person care for the mind, for the body, for all of you. With the opening of our new integrated care facility at 651 West Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, Spectrum Healthcare now offers primary care, behavioral health, and pharmacy, all in one location. For primary medical care, for help with mental health and substance use disorders, for whole person health care, call Spectrum Healthcare, 634-2236.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Your local Cottonwood Taco Bell has what you're craving for just $1. Shredded chicken mini quesadillas, spicy potato soft taco, spicy tostada, just a part of the new $1 Cravings menu at your Cottonwood Taco Bell. Convenient hours, drive-thru, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell on Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Pawn Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pawn Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pawnpalaceaz.com.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Back at Mingus High School, and a big victory for the Marauders on homecoming. 41-18 over the visiting Mohave Thunderbirds. And what a great night of football here. We had a great halftime performance by our band. We had the King and Queen were announced tonight, and all the royalty or the court from the junior, sophomore, and freshman class as well. And just a great night that ended with a big victory here for the Mingus Marauders. And statistically speaking, Mingus really handled these guys pretty well here tonight. And it wasn't just one guy for Mingus. As we're looking over the stats, nobody had a great night. Everybody had a real good night. It was a full team effort by the Marauders that came up with this big win.
Well, it was a very efficient evening for the Mingus Marauders across the board. As we look at some of the Mingus Marauder stats, Jordan Upham ends up here tonight going 8 for 19, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Love the goose egg in that column. Yeah. Galloway, 3 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown. And the second time he has been on the receiving end of a touchdown pass in the last 2 games. 304 rushing yards, 135 passing yards for the Mingus Marauders, 439 yards total.
Upham didn't have any interceptions last week either, is that correct?
That is correct.
6 touchdowns and no interceptions over the last 2 games.
He's on a roll.
The young man's growing into his position.
Absolutely, and making wise choices. Saw him overthrow some passes because you can't fit it into that little 8-inch square.
No, it's those passes are the ones that if you're going to miss deep. Mm-hmm. Don't miss underneath where they're going to have a chance to intercept it.
Or miss out of bounds. Don't take the sack.
We saw that a couple times today. Yeah.
2 sacks that he second week of the season would have taken the sack or would have chucked the ball up. Instead, he threw found footing, threw the ball at somebody but not catchable. No intentional grounding, and
right.
So no, very wise choices by Upham.
Yeah.
Also ran the ball well here. He had 17 carries and 86 yards and had a rushing touchdown as well. He was sacked twice for the Marauders. Kelly had 1 carry, 3 yards. Collins got some carries out here tonight, 6 for 40, and does not end up with the touchdown, but had one real good attempt, 21 yards, and almost made it. Tristan Clark also has 4 carries, 48 yards on the game. Ruiz 1 for 8. And Jesus Garcia scores again. The youngster for the Mingus Marauders, 4 carries, 22 yards, and another touchdown. Orlando Machado looked like he was playing injured out there tonight.
He was.
He most definitely was.
He finished the game on the bench behind the sideline with his ankle. It looked like getting wrapped up and taped.
See, I just hope that doesn't inhibit his play next week at Kingman, but he ends up with 13 carries, 68 yards, and that breaks his streak of 100-yard games in a row. He had 3 of them, and then whoops.
Yeah, well, had a chance had he played the workload that he has been accustomed to here in the last few weeks. I think he would have done it.
Oh, I think so. He would have broken something for 20-something yards.
Eventually,
Yeah, absolutely, and that helps the average out there. Trevor Galloway, 3 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown, and Herb Tiffany had a catch for a touchdown. Tristan Clark had a first down catch of 11 yards out there tonight as well for the Mingus Marauders. So, like you had made mention, contributions across the board for the Mingus Marauders.
How many guys scored touchdowns? There's a lot of guys scored touchdowns at 41 points tonight.
Well, yeah, Upham had 1. We had Tiffany.
Tiffany had 1.
Yep.
Garcia had 1. A lot of guys getting in on the action here tonight.
Yep, no doubts about it. Mingus Marauders spread it out here tonight, and that That was a good thing, especially you want to do that kind of stuff on homecoming, don't you?
For sure. The fans were here tonight, too. We had a good group of fans here tonight, and they were out cheering loud for this Mingus Marauder team, and they liked what they saw on the field. They got a good performance from Mingus, and Mingus is playing pretty good football. They've won 3 of their last 4 now, JB, and they're starting to build up a little momentum. Next week at Kingman, winnable game. The week after that at home against Coconino, winnable game. Then the big one over at Prescott against the Badgers, which could be the deciding game to both teams, really, as to whether or not you're going to go to the state playoffs.
Could be the difference between a 500 season or a playoff bid. Absolutely.
Playoff bid, yeah. All right, so we've got to come up with players of the game also, but first I guess we ought to look at what the Thunderbirds did here. Their quarterback, another good player, good leader out there on the field. He had an okay game. He was pressured throughout the night. The Marauders were able to get a lot of pressure in the backfield, and cause some problems out there for quarterback Stevenson.
Well, he had a horrible first half. He was 2 of 5 for 3 yards, but he ends the game 9 of 16, 146 yards.
Respectable.
1 touchdown, 2 interceptions out there. Your Kiza on the ground at 13 carries. He did make 100 yards, 101 yards.
Oh, no.
And a touchdown, 273 yards total offense from the line of scrimmage for the visiting Thunderbirds from Mohave, 127 on the ground and 146 in the air. More passing yards.
A lot of that came late.
A lot of it did come late, and Stevenson got on a roll late, and it looked like Mingus went into kind of a zone defense, and he was able to. Yeah, and he was able to kind of pick out the zone a little bit and throw the ball up underneath as his receivers kind of found that soft spot. But, nonetheless, Mingus still defensively did well, giving up 18 points here tonight. 13 points last week against Flagstaff, and have scored over 100, given up just over 30.
Couple picks.
Yep, couple picks. Not bad at all.
Player of the game, Jackie. It's a tough one this week because everybody did something. I think my early vote has got to go for Jordan Upham. Ran a touchdown, threw the ball pretty well tonight, really managed his team. So I think he had a really good game tonight.
He did have a very good game, and I'll agree with you, but not so much for his stats here tonight. Well, I'm going to more go for the player of the game for the maturity level that we're starting to experience from the young man.
Yeah, he certainly brought it to a different level. He's more comfortable out there on the field. You can tell that he's more comfortable in running the offense. And like we talked about earlier, the freshman team. Those guys are playing JV now, and they told him, you're not freshmen anymore. You guys are already halfway through the season. It's time to evolve into the next thing. Jordan Upham, in the last couple of weeks, has really taken his game to the next level. He has evolved into a varsity quarterback. Not that he wasn't before.
Right.
I'm just saying that his game is now at a comfort level, I think, for him, where it's slowed down a little bit. He's more comfortable out there playing the quarterback position for Mingus, and that's good because he's only a junior, and he'll be back next year to lead his team as well.
Well, yes, and he's morphing early, so that's what we like. What I did hear about the freshmen moving up to the JV squad, they talked to the freshmen and said, we're going to bring you up. You're not freshmen anymore. And they looked at coach and said, we have to take the SATs this year?
Right. Yeah, you guys get now 1 year early. Let your parents know.
Only on good behavior.
Yeah. All right, fans. Hey, big win tonight for the Mingus Marauders, so congratulations to them. A homecoming victory, 41-18 over the Mohave Thunderbirds. And we'd also like to remind everybody that Sumo Night is coming up October 22nd. Come on out and watch the sumo fights, the sumo suit fights. It's not sumo wrestlers, but regular people from around the community in sumo suits. 6:30 to 9:30 on the 22nd at the Mingus Gym. The proceeds from that will benefit the Mingus Wrestling Club and the Cottonwood Colts football team. So we want to get people out there for that. We'd also like to congratulate our king and queen once again. Our king this year for 2014 is Hector Zapata, and our queen, Fanny Cobarabas. So congratulations to both of them, our king and queen, for 2014.
Well, next week we're on the road to Kingman, and of course every road trip is supposed to start at Suzy Q.
Yeah, ours do.
Under the Texaco Star. Hey, absolutely, they do. So you can get all your drinks and snacks and gas up for the road, and you can actually get enough gas that you can get all the way to Kingman in one tank.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah, for my truck, that's not bad at all. We want to thank Digitel, our post-game sponsor, and of course, I'm going to be going. I got to go over there. We got a brand new salesperson, and now we got to add a line, and we're going to have to add a phone, and Digitel next to Suzy Q in Conway.
Take care of it.
Not only, great customer service. Give you all sorts of different options. I've gone in and said, hey, I want to be able to do this and this and move this over here and do that. And somehow they understood what I was talking to. I didn't even know what I was talking about.
No, I went in there with the same thing after I got the phone a couple of weeks ago, and he said, go ahead and play around with it and come up with some questions, come back and ask me. So I came up with some questions. I went in there and asked him, and he pushed the button. So that's how it works, huh? So those guys will take care of you, no doubt about it.
Right, and your number was, because I will have to call you. No, Digital right next to Suzy Q in Cottonwood, only one of their 4 locations throughout northern Arizona. You're going to find them in the Flagstaff Mall, Payson, and actually 5 locations. How about Prescott Gateway Mall next to Trader Joe's in Prescott as well.
In case you're up there on the lake, up at Lake Powell, and where'd my phone go? You can find the one up there as well, and they'll take care of you.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Is that the bubbles? Right.
Help me. It's being texted out of the water. All right, fans. We're on the road to Kingman next week. We hope to have you along with us, but if you can't make it, be sure to tune in here and listen to all the action live on Friday night on KYBC AM 1600. We'd like to thank our director, Ryan Nichols, and our graphics and replays guy, Joey Kwiatkowski. Our camera operators are Abby Kwiatkowski, Ethan Miller, and Alex Medinger. And, of course, back in the studios, couldn't do it without this guy, making it all run smoothly for us. Back in the studios, John Stabe in the KYBC studios. For Jackie Bessler, I'm Zach Calandra. Have a great night. We'll talk to you next Friday from Kingman, Arizona.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. There's a Polaris to match your passion. Confident, comfortable, capable. That's Ace. With a solo cockpit, automotive controls, independent suspension, all-wheel drive, and up to 45 horses of fuel-injected power. Calling it revolutionary would be an understatement.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
At Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, rather than do lots of things, we focus on doing one thing right. We serve climate-challenged people. Gettle's starts with a free system evaluation to identify the best AC and heating equipment for your home or business. Professional installation, warranties, and service after the sale. If you're climate challenged, then we're the right choice. Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, the name to trust.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway. The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 11 years in a row in Cottonwood and 7 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
It's time now for the Digitel Post-Game Report.